Much fanfare, and big city golf has lived up to the hype. Birdies are back in vogue. The stadium hole, the most sought-after destination. A pair of red fluffy earmuffs, the latest in fairway innovation. Our own Wayne Smith, still keeping up with the best of them. He can slow down now and have a bit of a spell because I think Craig was going at a fair gait. And if you thought it couldn't get any bigger or better, think again.
Good looking. Oh, yes!
He has got it! Long live the king at 11. Alongside Allenby, joint leader James Nitties playing with as much flair as his sideburns. There's Nick O'Hearn and the broomstick, but looking to sweep them aside, the Mastercraft Masters. It's superstar golf on a superstar golf course.
Oh! That was going into King Neptune.
It's a game of contrasts. It's unpredictable. And that too found the water. It's heartbreaking. It's exhilarating. What about this?
Look out.
Oh, that's something else.
What is going on?
Oh, it's luck. It's pressure. What can the little master produce?
Look out.
That's what he can produce. He's back. But one thing is certain. Experience is everything. And for one, fortune favours the brave. It is the MFS Australian Open. Yes, this is the day we've been waiting for. This is the day the top players have been waiting for as we come back from our city backdrop down to the Australian Golf Club as for the 17th time it hosts the MFS Australian Open, and what a day it promises to be. Wherever you may be viewing, we say hello and welcome. I hope you can stay with us right throughout the afternoon until we know whose name is going to be etched onto the Stonehaven Cup. Let's have a look at the leaderboard as we go into the final round, and really this is a very, very open event. Two players have a one-stroke lead. Robert Allenby and the young man who came through the Jack Newton Foundation, James Nitties, 25 years of age. Both are at 10 under par. Stuart Appleby, a winner already of the Australian Open at 9 under. Nick O'Hearn and Craig Parry. Interestingly, neither have won their national title but have won all over the world. Brant Snedeker, Rookie of the Year on the American Tour, and what an exciting young man he is. Aaron Baddeley knows what it takes to win. He's won as an amateur, he's won this as a professional. Remember, all these players have an excellent chance of taking the title because they're within only 4 or 5 shots of our leaders. Peter O'Malley looking for his first title, so too Rod Pabling. And let's remember, Greg Chalmers knows what it takes because he won in Adelaide and is currently just 7 shots off the pace. A man whose name is already on that cup and will be there forever, and that's the good news. Jack Newton, this is the day you always look forward to, Jack.
Yeah, look, I don't think there's anything more exciting than the last round of an Australian Open, and what a leaderboard we've got. We've got a great mixture of experience and a couple of unknown quantities in, of course, James Nitties, and the other one was Snedeker. And in some ways, I think Snedeker might be just a dark horse today because the Australians so want to win the Australian Open. It's so important to have on their CV that a lot less pressure on Snedeker, and he's shown me that he's a very good player, and he could be the man that posts a score.
Indeed he is. Let's have a look at the contestant. We'll start off with a man who knows what it takes, and that is Aaron Baddeley, playing well.
Yes, he is playing well. I don't think he's probably got as much out of the way he's played this week with his scoring. So I'd give him the big chance still at 6 under. Nick O'Hearn started like a house on fire yesterday and then made 7 at the par 5. That really hurt him badly. Craig Parry, I mean, he's dragging stuff from the memory vault here. Look at this shot. Oh, unbelievable putt from the front of the green for an eagle 3.
And it is surprising that he hasn't won an Australian Open.
It is, yeah.
Stuart Appleby has.
He has, and I'll tell you, I was impressed with him yesterday in those difficult conditions yesterday afternoon. Shooting 68 was pretty steady, even though he's been struggling with his swing.
Do you expect Nitties to stand up to the pressure?
Look, it's an unknown quantity, Sandy, but all I know is the guy is a great competitor. And it'll be an interesting battle between he and this man here, Robert Allenby, who nailed this putt yesterday at 11 for $100,000 from TAB Sportsbet. So there was some very happy people when they went home yesterday in the pub at the 11th.
I think he was pretty pleased too, Robert Allenby, to return the favour to the fans there at 11. Quickly, the conditions here, light rain has just started to fall, but there's very, very little breeze and it's sticky. So what's this going to mean for the players?
Well, I think I used to like playing in overcast conditions because you don't get the shadow, you know, and so these are ideal conditions for golf. It's early yet. We don't know if the wind's going to get up, but traditionally it should get up, given that there's, you know, the daylight saving. It probably will get up about 1 o'clock if it is going to get up at all. But we could be in for a storm later. Let's hope it's much later and the tournament's done
Indeed.
and dusted.
Should there be a playoff, Jack, it will be on the 18th hole here at the Australian. And at the moment, that's where we find two of our on-course commentators, namely Lindsay Stephen and Wayne Smith.
Lindsay, 18th hole here at the Australian Golf Club for the Australian Open, holding the Stonehaven Cup. It's the closest you and I have come to holding that on the last green.
I'm excited myself looking at this, and what a wonderful honour it's going to be for one player today, and certainly 18th hole here at the Australian, a wonderful finishing hole.
It absolutely is. A lot of strategy involved on this hole. Coming down the final stages of the tournament, you've got to make a big decision.
Well, the late mate's a grand statement, and really, if to get on in two, you've got to take it on, and you know, it's going to come down to a gamble with the players when they take on the pin or play to the left and try and get up and down. It'll be a testing finishing hole.
Well, we've got a really user-friendly pin here on the last hole. We may see some fireworks. I think we're in for a really exciting finish to the MFS Australian Open.
We're just discussing who we all picked at the start of the week, and Jack said, I'm going, I picked Lonard. So, of the group that is left, I mean, we've got to remember too that someone could come out and shoot a very low score and set the benchmark.
That's a very distinct possibility, the way the conditions are. Look, you've probably got to go for Allenby. He's 13th on the rankings in the US Tour for greens in regulation, good ball striker, and look, it just really, I think, depends on his putter. It's been a bit hot and cold, but you've probably got to go for him. I think it's still very open though, and I'm excited about what could happen.
That is the great news, and of course we'll bring you all the action here today. Jason Gore and Kane Webber are at the first, this opening par 5 of 455 metres. Webber, who's been playing on the Asian Tour with some success.
Yeah, he came through the foundation quite a few years ago now, Sandy, but he's gradually got better and better, and technically he's improved so much in the last 2 years with his technique, and he'll give some cheek today, I reckon. So these guys that are playing earlier, the pressure's off them. They probably think, well, I can't win, so let's just go out and freewheel it.
Well, he's got that putt for eagle. That's good news. And one of the hottest out on the course at the moment is Paul Morantz. He's 5 under and having a big, big day.
Well, he'll have that putt to go 6 under. That is a very good final day score anywhere.
Back to 1, and Jason Gore playing his second.
I was talking to Jason this morning at the hotel while I was waiting to get my car, and he played at Belmont in Newcastle in the Lake Macquarie Amateur a couple of years ago, and he stayed with a great friend of mine, Paul Robertson. Said he doesn't remember a thing about Newcastle. Robbo introduced him to the VB.
At least he's honest. And hoping to finish his round. The leading amateur. This is Rowan Blizzard.
Good performance from young Rowan, because it's a big thing for an amateur to perform at the highest level in an Australian Open. Aaron Baddeley did it, of course, but he's an exception, and voted the amateur golfer of the year by Golf Digest on Monday night at their dinner, of their awards night. Been plenty of awards on this week, so I'm worn out from dinners.
Well, a great night, of course, for Kel Nagel last night, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later.
Fabulous, yes. Definitely one of the greatest men I've ever met.
So Blizzard hoping to tidy up, and it'll be interesting to watch his career unfold. But there he is today and this year, the leading amateur. And look at the difference in size. Big
Paul
Paul.
Morant's about 6'5". Jason Gore at the first. Tough shot, no green to work with. He's played it well. Oh, using the slot beautifully.
We'll move to 7, and Jeff Ogilvy. You're surprised perhaps we haven't seen more of him this week, although when you think of it, at the moment he's only 5 shots off the pace.
Yeah, I think Jeff would be a little bit disappointed. I know he's desperate to win a tournament in Australia, but he just, to me, hasn't played quite consistently enough. He's played some fabulous golf in patches.
Back to 1, Jason Gore, to move to 6 under. To beat.
Too firm, straight through the break. Sandy, I've got to say, I've been very impressed with these young Americans that are here this week. Snedeker, you couldn't ask for a more congenial guy. And as Rookie of the Year in the States, you know, I think some of these fellas need to be nurtured and encouraged to come back.
There's no question that he is a breath of fresh air as far as the American players are concerned, and obviously must have a great future.
Huge putt here for Kane Webber. This to get 7 under right out of the chute, an eagle 3.
Yep. Oh, well done. What a great start. Craig Parry's going to be off a little bit later on today, and we'll be following his round, but I wonder what he's got in his bag. Let's find out now with Ozzy Moore. Oz?
Well, Pat, I'm down here, or Sandy, I'm down here with Craig Parry, the Sydney sider. Let's have a look at the clubs. He carries 3 metalwoods. He's just been warming this one up. I guess you're going to take one out now? Well, we won't have a look at that one this stage. So we'll start with the driver, the biggest and the longest in the bag. He's got the Aldilla shaft in this. It's a 65S. Same sort of shaft as we saw yesterday in Andrew Bonham's bag. The head, it's a 9.5 degree Fusion FT3. Not the latest model, but I really like the shape of this head. I use the same one, but a different shaft in mine. The grip he's got on it, the cord grips. So it's got a little bit of string through the rubber there. Great in wet weather, and hopefully we don't have any of that this afternoon. He's carrying the 3-wood at the moment. That's a 13 degree one. It's got the Callaway shaft in it. It's a fairly strong face, that 13 degrees, so it's a strong 3-wood. He carries the 18 degree here. It's a 2 hybrid, the 2H you can see on here. It's a through bore. You can see the shaft comes through the bottom there. The same with his 3-wood, not so with his driver. This has a steel shaft in it. You'll see the step patterns on this is quite close together. That means that part of the shaft's quite strong, and then from here down is quite smooth. This shaft, you know, it's a steel shaft, and a lot of the hybrids in the rescue clubs these days, they put iron shafts in them, not so much driver shafts or wood shafts. I want to ask him a little bit about that later on. The irons he carries, he's got 3 iron through pitching wedge. Let's pull them out, all the same model. This is a forged head. It's a slight cavity, a lot of weight down below in the bottom there, which keeps the ball airborne and spinning a lot. Which I like. The shafts, the X100 2 temper shafts, quite a good shaft, very common amongst the pros. Again, the cord grips. He only carries 2 wedges as such. Well, that's a pitching wedge. He carries a 58 degree, and we'll have a look at the 58. The other one, I think it's 54, it doesn't really have a number on it. You can see at 58, it's got 12 degrees of bounce on it, Craig's name on it as well. Unusual that he's got 2007 engraved on it there. I think that's probably because he changes sandwiches every couple of years or so, but I might ask him a little bit about that. You can see there's some weighting, some extra tape down the bottom there. A well-used, well-ground club on the bottom. The putter he uses, the short stick. Okay, this is the black series. You can see a wide insert here. It's a little bit of roughness on the surface there, which I quite like. The Odyssey putter itself, weighted toe and heel. Looks a bit like the old B60, which was quite common. Quite a bend in the shaft there, as you can see it coming down in the head. The grip itself, quite flat across the front. That's pretty common with putter grips. Craig, just a couple of things. This wedge, first of all, it's got 2007 engraved on it. Any special reason for that?
Well, that's what Callaway guys put on it. It's this year's model wedge. Sorry, mate. Can't give you any different specs than that, mate.
A lot more players these days are using these hybrid style clubs. This one 18 degrees, it's a 2H, and it's through bore as well. What's that replace in your bag?
It's a 5-wood 2 iron. It's a utility club, you know, meaning you can hit it up high in the air or keep it down low.
You've got a steel shaft in it, graphite in the other 2 woods. Any special reason for that?
It just gives me a better feel. I just like the feel of it.
Okay. Well, Craig, thanks for letting us look at your clubs. I know you're very much going on the tee very soon. What I like about that set, nicely balanced. I love the forged irons, really good to play with. Blade style of irons. And Craig, best of luck with them this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Oz. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to Craig Parry this afternoon, and well done, Aussie. There you can see Craig, he's only 2 off the pace, and if he can get that short stick working again today, as he did on several occasions yesterday, especially at 14, watch out. Paul Morantz, an excellent final round of 65, so could be a very good payday for him. We're going to take a break, but we'll come back with all the action of this, the final round of the MFS Australian Open.
First player on the tee after rounds of 74, 64, 70 to be 8 under the card from New South Wales, Craig Parry.
John Higson there, the starter.
Second round 64 put Craig in the spotlight again.
Real roller coaster game I got for him yesterday. He liked to play a lot steadier today. Just shape it left to right. Yesterday, drove it right in those traps. So we try and stuff this one down the left side more today. The crowd like it. That's much better. That's in go zone.
Player on the tee, a previous winner of this event. After rounds of 71, 68, 68 to be 9 under the card from Victoria, Stuart Appleby.
15 years a professional now, and he's had great success in America and at home, winning this title 6 years ago.
I think he'd like to take that Mercedes championship with him wherever he goes, wouldn't he, Sandy?
My word, 3 consecutive times.
He won't be in it then early next year. It's usually played early in the year. And so we were talking about the other night, someone else will have a chance.
Here, John.
Cheers, Craig.
It's just going a little left. Ooh, might hit somebody.
Yes, he did go back to the Mercedes at the start of this year to defend and hopefully win a 4th straight one, but finished in a tie for 13th. But it has been a very, very kind tournament to him.
13 times he's went on tour, Stuart. Now, Brent Snedeker. Tough shot, this long bunker shot. Oh, look at this. What a great golf shot. Cannot believe to explain to viewers how hard that shot was.
He's got all the shots, hasn't he? Just showed me, hasn't he, mate?
Yeah.
Badly at the second. And leaving himself some work to do there to save par.
Good shot from behind. Nick Ahern's bunker shot. Not a lot of green to play with. Just skidded on him a bit like we saw.
This is a tough hole. It's going to come back.
Trying to come back. Come on.
Keep talking to it. Yeah, it's a tough little putt he's going to have here now.
Actually, with the rain not on it, probably would have got down there further. Just slowing things down a little bit, a few drops of rain. And the other thing it will do usually means with rain on the greens, the ball won't take as much borrow.
Kevin Stadler had a good round today, a 67, finished 5 under and 4 under for the week. Andrew Tampion going well. He's currently 4 under for the day and the championship. So there is some good scoring out there, as Jack's mentioned. Paul Morantz leading the way, 7 under today, a great round of 65.
With 2 bogeys in that, Sandy.
Yeah, that's right. 8 and 15. So that's even more creditable.
32 home. Gee, there's a few of these leaders that like that.
How good is he?
Nice to
be able to go out there and know you're going to putt like that every day, wouldn't it?
Well, the thing about it is, because he's such a good putter, he can afford to roll the ball positively past the hole all the time. Yesterday, they seem to be just putting at the hole, a lot of players. This is quick. Oh, that is a great fall.
Oh. I think he knows it too.
Well, if you take 5, you think you've dropped a shot in the field, and get 4 the way he did, he thinks he's picked up a shot on the field.
Yeah, Paul Sheehan is on fire early here today. Got himself a shot here. 2nd to 5, so he's laid himself perfectly for a lovely pitch into the hole for another opportunity for birdie.
Nice to see Jack Andrew Bonham bouncing back today. He shot a 67, and after the trials and tribulations of yesterday, it's a fine effort. Ahern for birdie to go to 9 under.
Oh,
And he gets it. So they're starting to move, the Johnny Cash impersonators, the men in black.
Right, you like black, Sandy? Not your colour?
I do. I'm a great Johnny Cash fan.
But not Collingwood.
On that note, we'll take a break with Allenby and Nitties at 10 under. No, Hearn and Appleby at 9, and Paul Sheehan starting extremely well. That's good news for him.
Proud to honor him tonight and put him alongside the other 119 members of the World Golf Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the Pinball Crusher, Mr. Kel Nagle.
Pinball Crusher.
You were there, Jack. Obviously quite an emotional night for Kel.
It was, yeah. Look, he's not a man that enjoys all the acclaim, but in all sincerity, Sandy, in all the years I've played golf, you never hear anyone say a word about Kel Nagle.
Bad word.
He is one of the finest gentlemen I've ever met, and a wonderful player to boot. Don't worry about that. He'd beat you to death with his putter, I'll guarantee you.
It's been a great ambassador. Well done, Kel.
There are the ball positions of Messrs Appleby and Parry, both electing the left side as they head down their opening hole. And Wayne, no doubt, has found himself an umbrella and is quite comfortable to carry on out there for a while.
Well, the rain has stopped, thankfully, so I'm quite happy. Stewart's ball bounced off a spectator to here. Ugly lie, but he's punched it up the fairway. It looks like it's going to be in perfect position for his third shot.
And now Craig Parry.
Not his favourite shot.
Now from 202, oh, he's taken it straight over the trees. What a wonderful shot. Look, going straight at the hole, cutting off. It should be perfect.
Oh.
Settle. Yeah, good shot from where he was. He was a bit tight on the left-hand side. I wondered how he was going to hook it around, but Smithy told you he took it over the top.
Brant Snedeker on the tee at 2.
7-iron today, down the hill, very still conditions. This is just heading out to the right. Oh, it's got to get lucky.
That was one of those 50-50 calls there. It could have kicked a little bit to the left, and he has about a 4-metre putt for a birdie. Went the other way in the trap.
Coming up, a big moment for the 25-year-old James Nitties. First came to notice in 2004 when he led the PGA at the halfway mark and almost took the title. Here's a man who knows all about titles, Robert Allenby. 19 career wins today, looking to make it number 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next group on the tee is group number 33. And after rounds of 71, 66, 69, to be 10 under the card from New South Wales, James Nitties.
Charlestown Golf Club in Newcastle will be on fire, Sandy.
Currently 14th on our order of merit. Certainly a great opportunity to climb there today.
Interesting tussle this, because James Nitties has an excellent short game. So's Robert, but I think this guy's a better putter than Robert. So, and believe me, he's a fierce competitor. So he needs a good tee shot. Get rid of the nerves. Took 6 here yesterday. Doesn't want that.
Just a very light breeze off the right-hand side. Looking to take it down the right-hand side. He hasn't, though. He's pulled it left, right into the pine trees.
Yeah, you would have been conscious of yesterday, Jack, when he did leak it a long way right.
The next player on the tee in this group, having won this championship on 2 occasions, with opening rounds of 67, 70, 69, to be 10 under par also, from Victoria, Robert Allenby.
Well, he returned to Australia saying he was the fittest he's been in 20 years, having worked with triathlete Greg Welch. And he's had his mind worked on too by some mind guru by the name of Peter Crone. I don't know what he did, but he's happy with it.
They try and cover all the bases, these guys, and they go all through that, get into that sort of mindset that's going to make them perform better. As we said earlier, very important to try and get away with a good tee shot down here on 1.
Where the breeze is today, Robert can take it over the first of those traps on the right, but he started it a little bit right of that, and it's struggling to come back.
Oh, yeah. Put it on tiger line and got it there. Took on those traps.
Big tee shot from Allenby, and in absolutely perfect position to get at the flag.
Ahead to Stuart Appleby. And his approach to the first.
Yeah, 89 metres, perfect looking wedge shot. He hit a great one here yesterday. This looks the same.
Spin.
Classy shot.
Pin just 4 paces from the left, so 15 on. Ahead to Paul Sheehan.
Good looking shot.
Oh, look at this.
Great
Now,
stuff.
let's remember at the moment he is 8 under. He's 3 under after 4, and he's got that one to just close in. One more shot on the leaders, Robert Allenby and James Nitties. Can they get away to a good start and pick up a shot at the first? We'll find out when we return. Somewhat misty day in Sydney today. It's overcast, it's humid, but at the moment very little breeze, and that means good scoring here at the Australian. So let's have a look at the forecast and see what we can expect this afternoon. A westerly wind this afternoon, cloudy with rainy periods and possible thunderstorms. Let's hope that they don't make it here until we have a result later in the afternoon. Currently 22, a sticky 22, and expecting a top of 24 as we go down to Craig Parry. Now this is the sort of length that he likes. This is an eagle putt at the opening hole.
Oh, Sandy, this would be big. This has got to just watch this break now. Tough putt.
Brant Snedeker, we saw him put his tee shot in this trap to the right. Seen a couple of players in there, but he's played a gem. Absolute gem from the American. So it's going to be a birdie par start. Nice start for the American. Get 8 under.
Now Craig Parry. It's a tricky little putt, left to right, quick. Oh. It's a messy pin on one. Gee, you've got to try and keep it under the hole if you can with your second shot. Uphill putt.
To the second, and Nick Ahern, this for his 2. This would give him a share of the lead at 10 under.
He's got it.
Not quite as good a start as yesterday, 3-2.
It's not bad, though.
We'll take it.
Any time you start 4-2 at the Australian, you know you're playing some golf.
Appleby. Can he make it 4 at -10?
No. That is a tough little pin placement there. Lots of slope around the hole.
And the next jack on it too. That's way back in the green.
Time to have a look at the first of our Midas precision putts. And here he is again. Nick Ahern. With a 4-2 start, he has a share of the lead at 10 under par.
Making a statement, Sandy.
He is early on, and a number are going well. Paul Sheehan is amongst that group. Nitties and Allenby just away at 1. Paul Morant's already home with a 65.
Ooh, James has come up with a dead stymie, so all he can do is go out to the right. Aussie, not much he can do with this.
Yeah, 50 to 80 metres up the fairway would be great. And he's played that way, Jack. He's just punched it up the fairway, taken his medicine, leaves himself a chance to hit it on for 3.
To the second on the tee, Craig Parry.
Well, he likes this hole. He had a great shot in here yesterday.
Yeah, 179 metres downhill, 6-iron, started at the pin, just working to the right. Good looking shot.
Just looking at that flag, Sandy, the wind certainly isn't from the west yet. It's from the south, as it was, but not much of it.
Perfect top for Allenby at the first.
And there's a good number too, 6 iron for him, which is his 170-metre mark, starting at the right edge, turning it back as he customarily does. That's on the surface.
6 iron off. Oh, that's a massive drive down there. Yes. Maybe hitting 6 iron here, Jack. Wow, 3rd shots.
Yeah. Look flat on your screen there, but you can see Robert Allenby's ball continued to roll.
Paul Sheehan, who's got it to 9 under. Picked up a shot on 5.
Oh, look at this.
He is just firing at the stick. So that putt will give him a share of the lead.
He is knocking the stick out.
Yeah, and remember at Moon Links, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, nearly won the golf tournament.
Just a touch over 150, taking 7 on. Going at the pin here, this is a dangerous looking shot.
Just a little long. Oh, was it real fantastic from back where he hit from.
Yeah, 1 metre shorter would have pitched in the back and checked.
Now Appleby on the tee at 2.
Yeah, with the 7 iron downhill, starting this left and drawing, that's got to get down and catch the green.
Oh, just runs off down here on the swale. Woo now. Right on the cush. It's a tough shot.
Now Nick Ahern, who's also got away to a quick start. This is his 2nd shot to the 3rd. The pin.
Yeah, just 117 metres. Slight breeze helping now. This one left and a touch long. But the way the blade's working so far, should be no problem, should it?
Oh, that's a tough little pin, that one. Just over the water,
messy.
short right, too.
Sensible play there, though.
Look at the mover, Paul Sheehan. 4 under after 5. 4-3-3, 2-4 for the Victorian. As we take a break, we'll come back and see if he can take a share of the lead at 6. To start the game of golf, a lot of these professionals picking up clubs when they're 5, 6, 7 years of age. They can finish up like these top professionals. James Nitties has this birdie putt for the outright lead. I bet your life for these first 5 or 6 holes, the lead is going to be chopping and changing constantly.
Tough shot for Robert Allen. Stuart Appleby. Very good chipper. Tried to get that to spin a bit more, but it just skidded on him. Sometimes it'll do that when there's a little bit of rain around. The ball will skid.
Now Robert Allenby. First for Eagle. I think he's hit it at all. Conscious of not getting past the hole for a tough putt, but that was very conservative.
Nick Ahern. Long birdie opportunity.
Boy.
Cannot hit it any better than that without it going in. So it looks like he's got a good feel for the greens early on. That's a good sign.
Parry for a 2 at 2. After an opening par at the first, it's going to be a par start for Craig, which probably isn't what he had in mind as he was coming out here today.
Now Robert for birdie, and beautiful putt straight in the back of the cup. Good to see.
So
make him feel good.
He sneaks one clear as we have a look at our first Emirates shot of the day, and it is Paul Sheehan who's on fire. He's made a lightning start here at the Australian. Here is his approach to 6, and you couldn't place it any better, Jack.
That's a fun, really good shot. Look where that pin is. Right over the top of the bunkers. Got it to stop. He'll have that little kick-in putt for a birdie.
And here it is. This will take him to 10 under and trail Allenby by just 1.
Birdie, par, birdie, birdie, birdie for another birdie.
Come on, Renton, you can do better than that.
Buddy, 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 buddy.
Meantime, James Nitties for par at 1. Thought about it for a moment. So we have Allenby at 11, Sheehan, O'Hearn and Nitties at 10. Stuart Apple having this to say at 9, and he doesn't. So the last group will head towards the second, Jack. It's the first of 4 par 3s. All of them have got a bit of length about them.
Yeah, a great set of par 3s here at the Australian Golf Club. All offer different proposal. This is a long, narrow gutted green from an elevated tee, and this wind from the south coming from the left. What there is of it, averaging 3.09. Only 8 birdies, so that bears testament to how tough this pin is. There's a tier which bisects this green. Ideally, you've got to get the ball back on the same tier as the flag's cut. So the wind off the left and helping slightly. Should set up well for Allenby because he can stand up and hit his stock shot, the draw, and just hold it up against the breeze.
And they're using the right-hand tee today, which is a slightly different angle, 7 on Allenby, taking it out the pin, holding it on the line of the breeze.
Well, gee, that's a tough pin. Right where Stuart Apple just finished. Same shot.
From the first of the par 3s to the second, and Jennifer Hawkins, Meyer, and $100,000 still waiting for someone to produce an ace.
Pin way in the back right section of the green.
Get up. Get up. Oh, lovely shot. Whoa.
I don't know that you can do much better than that where that flag is, because it's all down slope from the bunker down to that flag. That was a wonderful shot.
Now Nitty's on too.
Should favour him a little more here. Breeze working left to right. He likes to work it that way. At the pin, just drifting a touch right. Up for that black plateau would be perfect.
Oh, yeah. Great shot, Oz. Best shot we've seen here today. Beautiful shot.
Nice bounce back, Shandy, wasn't it? After that tee shot at the first.
Word.
Bounce back.
The bounce back was good.
The bounce back is good.
Especially if he holds it.
It's got to hold it to make it a bounce back.
We better just clarify that a bounce back in America is going from bogey at one hole to bouncing back and birdie the very next hole.
Birdie or eagle next, that's it.
That goes along with some of the other slang expressions like hang time.
Now look at this pin position here. You can see taking over the water here. Not a long shot in though.
After a perfect tee shot, only 109. He's got that going a little left with a wedge. Not a great wedge shot.
Safe, Wayne. That's all we can say there. Sensible.
Appleby plays these shots beautifully, usually. Having said that, I'll probably curse him, but I expect this pretty near.
Yeah, from only 87 metres, this is going straight at it, just drawing slightly. Looks good for length.
Very good. They really do hone in on their shots from about 100 in the next guys.
Some of the earlier players really hoping the sun shines. One of those is Mark Leach. He's got 4 under for today, 8 under for the championship. Aaron Badley's just picked up a birdie on 4. He's got it back to 8 under, so no one is going away yet. And it's probably an opportune time for the first of our trivia quick. In 2005, he became the first player to win the Australian Open, the Australian Masters, and the Australian PGA Championship. These questions.
I'll give you a clue.
One. He's in the last group.
His nickname's Roberto.
Yes, and he's fairly popular at the 11th here at the Australian. Let's get some new questions.
And has. Very good, very tidy. I'm very impressed with these guys' short game the last couple of days. They've been impeccable.
Craig Parry. A chance to get it to 9 under here at the par 4 third. Held a couple this length yesterday, and he'll be happy to get up and down from there. So he remains at 8 under, bearing in mind that our leader at the moment alone is Robert Allenby at 11 under.
Aaron Badley, third shot at the 5th. So he's got it in the bunker for 2. It's 2 big whacks. Oh, beautiful shot down the slope. All downhill from the edge of the bunker to the cup.
Yeah, it is for birdie at 2. What a big 2 this would be. Equal leader. And, oh, good looking putt. Still only one back though. He's right in the tournament.
Yes, he is.
Big chance here for Appleby to get closer to the lead. This for 3, this for birdie at the 3rd. Good chance missed.
We go to 7. Now this is Paul Sheehan's 3rd shot to 7, so he has struck trouble.
Pin way back in the green here. He's got it in the heart of the green. He'd be happy with that. Walk out of here with 5. Get to the next hole.
Yeah. Ahern and his chance for a share of the lead.
Beautiful tee shot in the air.
Great camera angle. Oh, no. Geez, misread that. Did not read that putt anywhere near correct. Inside right, that putt.
Par for him. And par, hopefully, for Robert Allenby to remain at 11 under.
Good 3 there.
We saw Stuart Appleby take bogey from where exactly the same spot. Now Paul Sheehan, can he keep the momentum going by making this putt for a par?
Well, not I'll make for day.
No.
Aaron Badley's going along nicely. He birdied the 1st, parred 2 and 3, picked up another shot on 4, and now has another birdie at 5 to move 2.
If he can, a bit like talking as well, in a clubhouse, that's what happens. And if anyone falls in, it's got to be Aaron.
Good look at it, and then once he gets his mind up and take bang.
Gee.
That will hurt. That will hurt. Very little breeze on the course. Yes, he's annoyed with himself there. So very little breeze. So what does it do to 3, Jack?
Well, with the southerly blowing, it's down breeze, so the players will just take an iron from the tee and avoid the bunkers right and left. So tiptoe through the tulips with something that puts you in
Tiptoe through the tulips. I
decent
like that.
position. And then short pitch across the lake, and the pin mean.
Ooh,
8
yeah.
on and 5 from the right.
That is a beauty today.
So really you want something just left of the flag. Giving up a few birdies though, but you need a precision 2nd shot.
Allenby on the tee, 3.
Still just a spit of rain. Breeze just drifting behind him. Allenby looking to hit an iron down the fairway here, so he's using the full shot into the pin, and he's done a good job of it.
Ahead to 4. Craig Parry on the 2nd of the par 3s. Pin today 12 paces on.
Yeah, dynamite pin placement. He started this right and it's cutting. That's got to get up over the water.
Oh, gee.
And it is tee shot at 3, playing with Robert Allenby.
A little more aggressive play here from James. Taking it down the left centre of the fairway. This is a straight ball flight. Provided it's far enough, it'll be good.
Oh, that's perfect. Hugging that left-hand bunker, which means you don't have to go over quite as much of the lake, and a better angle to get at that right-hand stick.
Well, we've seen what Craig Parry's done. What can Stewart do?
Yeah, this looks like a better shot.
Yeah, very safe play. It's a tough pin today.
Now Nick O'Hearn playing his second of this par 5 fifth.
Yeah, well, this is the hole we stubbed the toe yesterday with a double, but conditions are a lot more friendly today. 3 wood down here to about 100 metres out.
Well, going on that shot, those 2 shots of Aaron Badley's to get in that greenside bunker. Monsters.
Huge shots.
Wayne, he didn't go in the water. Yes, he did. You with us, Wayne? It's not a problem, technical problem, so we apologise for that.
What's in play? Yep. Let me smooth that right.
Okay, I think he's got line of sight from the Myers store sign.
He didn't go in the water. It was the sign.
He's got a great break.
Now Allenby. Not an easy pin for him to get out with his right to left ball flight. See if we can hold this one up.
Going with the gap wedge. Difficult to stop the ball down here, pin on the front. Line's quite good.
Easy.
Whoa. How's that feel?
Yeah, firm up from what they were early in the week.
2-8. Paul Sheehan a slight hit at 7 after a very early hot run. But he's still at 9 up.
That sounded good off the club face, that one. Oh, yeah, good looking shot. Gee, the green's getting firmer, Jack. It's just held on the green.
Yeah, well, obviously they've tried to dry them out. Keep them quicker.
And James from just 90. Oh, he's dug this one a little bit. I don't mind the line, though. It depends on the bounce.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
So I wish I could dig it like that.
Just pulled it a bit, I think.
Craig Parry, 2nd to 4. Getting a drop, free drop because of the signage. And has played a gem.
He is a master.
And they love it, and they appreciate seeing someone like that plying their craft as he does. Outstanding. There you can see the hottest player on page 1 is Paul Sheehan at the moment, 4 under 4 today. But they're going to come thick and fast in the next few hours as we take a break. Bring up as a wonderful final day of this, the MFS Australian Open. A wide open event. Probably 7 or 8 players in contention at least. One of them is a 2-time winner, Robert Allenby, who's playing his 3rd shot to the 3rd.
Okay, it's yeah, my place is 71.
He will tap in and
Yeah, not really a putt he could have a crack at.
no.
Now Stuart Appleby, who has just missed a couple of shortish putts, struggling with the pace. Oh.
Well, that didn't come left.
Aaron Badley playing his 3rd to the 6th. Had trouble in the rough. Great recovery. Jeff Ogilvy's picked up a couple of shots in the last couple of holes. Birdies on 12 and 13, and that's got him to 6 under.
Now, Craig Parry, this is for par on 4 after a wonderful pitch shot. How's that for a 3? Thank you. Sometimes those little things can lift you more than making a birdie, Jack, out here today.
Yeah, well, he would have thought, well, that's in the water off the tee.
The third shot for Nick Ahern, and Pat Welsh is with the group. Having mic problems with him.
Look at this. Very good start. Great opportunity for birdie.
Now, can James Nitties get this in the hole? Good chance at the second for birdie. Missed it.
Oh,
Gets
yes.
it. All right.
Excellent putt.
Happy days, Jack.
Go the Newcastle boy.
Sounds like he's got a local Newcastle crowd following him too, Jack.
One day we'll have an event with no one from Newcastle playing, and Jack's going to
Very
go
lonely.
through withdrawal for 4 days.
That won't happen.
No, it probably won't. You're right.
Well, I got a fellow West Australian here who I fancy will be right there at the end of the tournament. Oh, just misread that again. Oh, it's the pressure of the final day of an Australian Open. And it's such a close event here. Anyone can win this. There's 10 players in this tournament still.
Paul Sheehan misses his birdie opportunity as we go to Craig Parry at 5, par 5.
Well, that's perfect.
Let's get it out there too, Paz. Getting a couple of sneaking along with the driver.
Paul Sheehan, in the meantime, for par, and he remains at 9 under, 2 off the pace.
Applies his trade very successfully in Japan, Paul Sheehan.
Back into the breeze, and that should help them get at this pin. Going right at the pin, climbing up into the... struggling.
Trap.
Here's Jennifer Hawkins.
Ahead on 5, Stuart Appleby.
They're playing straight down breeze. This is going way right. This is way up there in the trees.
Oh, gee, that's not good. That is in Sherwood Forest. He may want to play provisional here.
Well,
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's
pretty
going
much his chance is gone, I think. Sandy with already at 1 over. Allenby at 4.
I'll be going with 5 on the same club as James, but hits the ball a little further. Starting right at the pin, it's working back onto the pin. Looks fantastic line.
Oh, that would have looked awesome from back there. Whew.
Bit of drama starting to unfold now. Here's Stuart Appleby hitting a provisional.
Well, I think they've actually found his first one, but he hasn't seen the sign. This one's straight down the middle.
It's all about eliminating mistakes here today.
Well, Wayne, you can keep us up to date with that. We'll come back to you shortly. In the meantime, Badley for par. Big putt for him here. So that takes him back to 7 under, and all of a sudden down by 4, and he knows that's just putting a bit of extra pressure on himself.
Well, he's missed 2 very makeable putts already for this one.
Allenby and Nitties at 11, as they were at the start of the day, locked together as we take a break. First ball. Wayne, you down there?
Yeah, he's contemplated different shots with his caddy Chopper, and they've decided he's actually got a lofted putt. He's going to try and hit it over the trees in front of him, which to me is very risky. Well, he's got it out, just got to go a little bit, caught fine and dropped down. He's still a long way back from the green.
Well, Well done, Wayne. Your audio was a little bit caught up in the trees there, but at least we got the gist of it. Thank you. And we'll move to James Nitties playing his second shot this par 3-4. Galleries again today, watching Craig Parry.
Just laying up with an iron down the fairway, 4-iron, perfect position.
Been a morning of pars for Craig Parry so far today. You'd like to see some red on his card.
Gee, this would have looked great from back in the tee, this shot. He's a metre short of being perfect. It wasn't an easy shot he had there either. He's a long way back, Stuart. I don't think he can get home yet either. It's a long way.
Yeah,
He'll have to get all of this to get it home.
No, there's no chance he can get home.
Yeah.
He's just got an iron, just going to place it down the fairway.
Yeah. Take his medicine and hope for it. Close for recovery.
Not high, but he's hit a wonderful shot. That'll leave him a reasonable pitch at the green and a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stuart really been searching in his golf swing the last 2 or 3 weeks.
He's hit a few left, hasn't he, Jack? And it's almost like he's overcorrected with his swing and just out of sorts a bit here today. This will be a big par.
Oh. Gee, we're seeing some putts go very close and not go in today.
Paul Sheehan playing his second to 9. Just the one slight hiccup at 7 today, otherwise a perfect start to his final round.
He's hit some great iron shots today. That's pretty tidy too. Look at that pin way back there.
20 paces on.
Got some tough ones today for the boys.
Easy must have been in a bad mood when he set this up today.
It's a great examination today. All these talented players, the most talented players we've got.
Allenby for par. We've seen drop back to 10 under with Nick Ahern. Allenby looking to retain outright leadership. Oh. He can't. He can't. So we've got 3 locked together again at the top at 10 under.
That hurts after such a good tee shot.
It was interesting last night when we finished and we were walking up, and a lot of people don't realise the other work that the golfers do, but Robert Allenby had a youngster who obviously wasn't too well and took him out onto the putting green. It was the thrill of that little boy's life.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
He is involved with challenge. Is Nick Ahern.
Good safe play. A little tear running down through the green here, though. That's what's carrying the ball further to the right.
Well, he's going to have to do a Craig Parry here. But if he does, he's got a share of the lead.
Long journey up to the hole, up through that tier. Beautiful speed. Look at this putt. How good is that? Gee, he's in form.
And here is Craig Parry.
Yeah, from 100 metres, had a divot right behind the ball. He couldn't move. He's hit this beautifully, just left of the pin. What a great shot.
A little bit of levity out there with Paz. Spending more time at home now as we return to Nick O'Hearn.
Up this tier. Just took the pace off it.
Well, if Appleby's going to have any chance of winning this golf tournament, he's got to get this up and down.
Yeah, just 79 metres. He's got it going straight at the hole if it's the right distance.
Oh, look at the beautiful shot. Spin. Oh, special. They are tidy from there, these guys, aren't they?
Oh, he's particularly good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Brant Snedeker has picked up another birdie, this time on 5. He dropped a shot on 4, so he's got it back. He's 1 under for the day, and he's still hovering at 8 under par as we take a break from the Australian.
Innovations here at the Australian this year for the MFS Australian Open, and one of them, of course, we know has been at the 11th hole. I think it's turned out to be hugely successful. How successful? Well, Tony Hallam is the CEO of Golf Australia, so Tony, you can tell us, how successful has it been?
Oh, we're really pleased with the week, Sandy. I think Paul and his team introduced a few new innovations, the stadium hole obviously, and there's also a hole-in-one out there with Maya for shopping trip with Jennifer Hawkins. And
they've tried hard for that, but no one succeeded.
Nobody's got in there, but all the players are pretty excited about that as well. So it's been a terrific week, good crowds, the weather's been terrific, and a wonderful leaderboard at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a great finish. I want to talk to you, though, about this 9-hole golf, your time, your choice. It's a long time ago, but I did win a chicken run on a Friday night, and I got the frozen chook. But I mean, that was a concept then. What are you trying to do? Are we looking at getting younger people back into the game? Is it a time factor? What is it?
I think it's partly a time factor, and it's also people who love to play, but at the moment, with everything that's happening in their life, finding the time and finding that couple of hours as opposed to maybe finding that 4 to 5 hours. So, and the big thing about it is that it would count for your handicap. So at the moment, 18-hole competitions have really been the focus of handicap golf, and we just think clubs introducing 9-hole games with a competition back to it to keep your handicap, build your handicap, will bring regular golfers back to the game more regularly.
So the aim eventually is to get more people out on more courses around the country.
And ultimately that's what Golf Australia is all about. Our aim is to grow the number of people participating in the game on a regular basis and bringing together the health benefits of that and playing on open air and in an active lifestyle.
Does that mean that there has been a concern perhaps that young people, the number of young people turning to golf is not what you would like? I mean, are there too many other distractions nowadays?
I think it's young people and older people. We have an ageing population. We're going to have a lot of people coming up with a lot more leisure time over the ages of 45 and 50, and it's a real opportunity for golf to grab that marketplace, particularly as it's one of the few games you can play until we saw somebody last night in Kilnagle, until you're 83, 84, maybe 103, who knows?
Yeah. No, it was fantastic last night. Just before we go on, let's have a look at some golf. Craig Parry is one of those players, Tony, still in the mix, and here he is with his birdie putt at 5, just to go 9 under. We'll give him a share of 4th spot. But the flat stick not working as it was yesterday for him. Brant Snedeker, we've been most impressed by this young man, and we'd be more than happy if he was invited out here again, because he's the new breed of American golf, and he's a breath of fresh air.
He is, and he and his fiancée came down as our guests, and he was at the PGA last week, and he has absolutely been a terrific ambassador for the United States, as has Jason Gore, Kevin Stadler. So it's terrific to see some of the Americans, young Americans in particular, coming down.
Kevin Stadler, a big finish today, a fine round of 67. And here's Stuart Appleby.
Stuart, of course, been nominated for the Australian of the Year, which is a tremendous honour for him and for golf.
Well, that could be very, very costly for Stuart. A shot gone, and he's now back to 7 under, so he's giving the leaders 4 strokes. So just getting back to 9-hole golf, your time, your choice, that is it. If someone's in, how do they get involved? Is it just a matter of going to your club?
Well, there's a website which gives clubs information about how to run the competitions, and in particular maybe how to adjust some of their tee times so that it can fit in around the 18-hole golf and maybe get more utilisation for their members of the golf course. And I think it's a real opportunity for clubs to open themselves up to both their existing members who maybe aren't playing as regularly, but also new members. And that's a real thrust for any sort of club nowadays, is to get people and build their membership and grow it, which is one of the key themes of what we work on.
We'll join Robert Allenby now, playing his 2nd to the 5th. And one of the big movers today, Tony, has been Paul Sheehan. He's been playing well recently, and
he's had a tough year, played on the Nationwide Tour, and, but he's really come back in the last few weeks.
Yeah. Oh,
that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for Paul Sheehan. So the leading score at the moment is 11 under. And James Niddies is just one shot behind, his second to the par 5 fifth. Just laying up, and he'll head down for his third shot. Tony, in summing up this week's Australian Open, from your point of view, happy?
Yeah, very happy. I think a terrific promotion of Australian golf. Thanks to Channel 7 for taking it out to the rest of Australia, and in particular thanks to MFS, who've obviously been a wonderful sponsor of ours, and we look forward to building with them, so thanks for your time.
They have been great supporters, MFS. Before you go, one name. Who's your tip? Who's going to win?
Well, I was
Just one name.
Badly.
Thank you very much. Tony Hallam, we're going to take a break. Here is our leaderboard as it stands at the moment, with 3 players locked together. Paul Sheehan is just one stroke further back at 9 under. Craig Parry is at 8. Greg Chalmers moving. He's got it to 4 under for the day. Mark Leachman has got it 3 under for the day. And Paul Morantz has the round of the day after shooting a 7 under. Continues to lurk. He's at 7 though.
But Sandy played a great shot in there from that fairway bunker to that green. It's tough to hit when you're on the fairway, let alone being in a bunker.
Coming off a drop shot at 6 as we go back to James Niddies at 5.
Long bunker shot. Oh, he's played a beauty. 11 players within 3 shots of the lead here. This is really set up for a great finish to this championship. An exciting back 9.
And Paul Sheehan, who played an absolute gem of a shot in here, took a bad kick and ended up down in this gully, or swale as we call it. No shot at all. Very, very unfortunate for Paul Sheehan. Landed a metre short of the green and kicked straight right and went down that into the swale. Ahern now with an excellent chance at another birdie. I think what's happening, Lindsay, is with the rain on the greens, they're really struggling to adjust to the speed, and we're seeing a number of putts missed because of miscalculation of the speed.
Here's another one. Go. Oh, exactly what's happening, Jack. They're just not putting quite firm enough. And the greens are rolling pure. Just a fraction slower. Running at around 12. They've probably slowed down about 11, I don't know, 11.8, something like that now with the rain on them. And while the rain's not uncomfortable, it's persistent.
Well, apart from a couple of holes, the greens here have a lot of subtle borrows, and that's what you've got to be able to read. As Paul Sheehan looking to try and save par, not going to happen. So a couple of drop shots in the last 4 holes for Paul Sheehan, having started so brilliantly.
Second shot from Mr. Parry. It's a tough bin too.
Yeah, he's just caught the right rough. Smart play is left of the pin, but this is going straight at it. It's got to carry.
Oh, had a crack at it.
James Niddies now. Big putt for him. This one once again give him the outright lead. Good putt.
Good putt. Good to see.
No, he's good with a flat stick. That'll give him a bit of confidence too. And a couple of chances. Unfortunate bogey at 4. Comes straight back with a birdie at 5.
19 metres. This is going straight at the pin. Good looking shot. Oof.
To the 8th now. On the tee, Nick Ahern. Couple under for the day.
Yeah, Sandy, he's got to be burning up at the moment. He's missed 3 that Jack would throw in the imminently makeable category. Could be 12, 13 under, you know. He's playing beautifully.
Another fairway there too.
We saw Craig Parry's ball kick into this bunker. Tough shot, not a lot of green to work with, and that is a beauty.
Yet again, the little master.
And Jack, we've had confirmation from the scorers that that was a par for James Nitties. So he remains at 10 under. 3 players at 10 under. Here he is at 6.
Well, Jack, this is where the course begins for these guys. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even you can throw in 11 and 12 today. It's the nerve centre of the course. You really have to have your A game from here in.
This hole sets up well for James Nitty. He's a left to right player, and that's the way this hole tracks.
In perfect playing conditions now, no breeze at all. The range just died off. Pin back right here, so you must drive it in the fairway. James taking it down the right-hand side. It's in the rough.
Yeah, well, the drive is not working all that flush at the moment for James Nitties. Struggling to find the fairway, and that is dangerous around here.
That's a tough shot he's got there. Now, Robert's hit a couple of beauties down here the last couple of times I was following him yesterday. So I have good positive thoughts about this drive.
He can turn it from right to left into the camber of this fairway, so effectively it plays a lot wider for him. He's not all that happy with this one, though.
Hit it through the fairway.
Well.
Up ahead, Stuart Appleby. Trying desperately to hang on.
Can't buy a putt at the moment, Stuart. Hang in there. You never know what's going to happen here today.
Just at the moment, no one's buying a putt, is it?
No.
None of the leaders have got the greens worked out.
$150 for Nick with the 8-iron. Now it's guarded by a great big trap. It's going to need to travel, I think.
Oh, got a good break.
Oh. Centimetre perfect.
Yeah. Now for par, Craig Parry. Be another big up and down. There you go. Don't count this guy out. He'll keep plugging away at you.
Greg Chalmers has put his hand up at 14 and 15, picking up birdies at both holes, and that's got him to that group at 7 under. 3 shots off the pace. His only problem is he could run out of holes.
Juan Jun Lee. Mark him down in your black book. He will be something special, I promise.
He will be a star.
We'll take a break. Come back shortly to the Australia. So players not concerned at the moment, and we'll... Oh, well, that's interesting.
He's hit it right again, like he did on 5, the par 5. Remember where he put it in the bushes? He's... Well, let's just see if that is correct. This is Allenby at 6. Remember, he tugged his tee shot a little left. This is a hard shot he's got here. Middle of the green is the play.
I'll tell you what. That was a very good shot.
From where he was, that's about as good as you could do.
Now, here's Stuart Appleby.
From 158 over the trees, very dangerous shot. Oh, just needed another metre, but it's safe.
Wow. And Jack, big play. You talked about Juan Jun Lee, Jack. He's just birdied 16 and he's gone to 8 under.
phenomenal player, this kid. Look, I think he's made for America. Big, tall, strong, Korean-born kid who's been here now since he was 11, 12 years of age.
Or Sheehan in the meantime for birdie at 11. Looks good.
Gee.
Shaves the cup.
Everybody's doing it, Sandy. They've all got a touch of the knees.
Yeah. Someone will break out, don't worry. We won't start talking about playoffs yet.
I thought there might have been at the start of play, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
Craig Parry here, second shot to 7, and
from 144, this pin's perfect for him, and he's hit a beautiful 7-0 fading towards the pin. That's perfect.
big chance for birdie. Got it all the way back there. That pin's right back in the green.
What about that shot? That will be hit from the 17th fairway over the water. Oh.
Nitty's second shot to 6.
Really shouldn't go at the pin out of this lie, but he has. He can't get it there from here.
Hearn, who just cleared the bunker, as Pat Welsh told us, this for another birdie, but he hasn't got the read on it. Didn't see that break. So he's played beautifully, but not much happening for him after that 4-2 start at first and second.
Shot here. Oh, he's hit a beauty as well. Gee, those short games have been spectacular this week. All these players.
It's a big rap for Dave Honey. Said he's really set this course up beautifully with the inclement weather he had to deal with. Snedeker for birdie, and he gets it
at last.
So
he joins Sheehan and Lee and Parry at 8 under.
Adventures of Stuart Appleby. What a shot he hit there. Bit of a conceit driver though today. He's really going to stay man the last 2 or 3 getting stuck a little bit. And the pressure of the event, you need to have your game under control by the final round.
Especially around this golf course.
Exactly.
The 7th, the second most difficult hole on the course today.
No guessing for the 9th. It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
Correct.
Good man. I like that bit of trivia information, Sandy, that you come up with.
Now, if you've got a favourite player and you want to check on them, the alphabetical scores are coming through at the bottom of your screen. And just above them, Robert Allenby, trying to regain the outright lead.
Gee. Bit of a misread there from Monsieur Allenby.
Here's a big opportunity for Craig here. A birdie here. I tell you what, you know you picked up one on the field. It's one of the tough par for this one.
Ewan Porter going okay today too. He's a couple under and he's got it to 7 under. It's good for him.
Yeah, look, he's been knocking on the door, Sandy. He's another one that I think is ready to do something, and you only get comfortable by putting yourself in this position, and he's done that this summer. He needs to finish it off.
Craig opting for a younger pair of eyes. His caddy this week, still keeping it in the family. For a long time used brother Glenn, who's now at Margaret River. Not a bad spot to be either.
Dunsborough, actually. Oh, beautiful part of the world, Dunsborough. And come on, Craig. Good speed putt. Yes! That's better.
Talk about Peter Senior being a little bulldog, Jack, but yeah, he's a similar breed.
From the same planet.
Well, we spoke about experience yesterday at the start of the program, and it's certainly coming to bear with Parry. Now, big putt for James Nitties. This to save par.
Two-shot swing there between Nitties and Parry, and they are now both locked together at 9 under. So O'Hearn and Allenby at 10. Parry and Nitties at 9. Lee, Sheehan and Snedeker at 8. It's a great leaderboard, and Stuart Appleby is amongst the group at 7.
You're going to pick a winner here, Sandy? You keep asking us that question.
I know, but it's my word, it's tough. I'd love to see little Paz get up. He's never won an Australian title.
Now, this is a big putt because he really has struggled today, and he's missed putts from everywhere. He's watched Craig Parry putt down here. He would know the break. There you go.
Huge fall from the 8th fairway across the water.
Paul Sheehan, second to 12.
Good-looking shot. Look at this. Geez, hit some good irons today. That's a beauty. Set up another chance for birdie. Post a score. Get in the clubhouse. See what happens. That'll be right in his mind today. Well, as we go ahead to Greg Chalmers, who's going beautifully as well on the 17th hole. 7 under for the tournament. Good looking bunker shot. Look out! Oh! He's got a great run going.
Allenby for par at 6. So he gets a par, and his playing partner James Nitties takes bogey.
Gee.
A metre from death.
He's got some luck here. He's going with a rescue.
Yeah, he got a little bit lucky, guys, to be there now. He's this one's headed for that right-hand trap. I think it was 200 metres out with the rescue with a dubious lie, so I think he'll take that.
Craig Parry will have a spring in his step, having got it to 9 under, approaching the 8th. It's par 4 of 405 metres.
Heading down to the left, just holding its line. That looks perfect. Another long drive by Craig Parry.
Booming it out there, Pazza. The last couple of days, he's pumped.
Jack, as he tees off there, what lies ahead for him at 8?
Well, what breeze there is from the south is sort of at the players' backs from the right. And the left-hand bunker in play. Ball probably not flying quite as far with the heavy atmosphere and a bit of rain around. 250 to carry that bunker. Parry's hit a beauty. And then a very awkward second shot made difficult by this front bunker on the left in particular. And off that shoulder, it's downhill to the hole. So you've got to carry that bunker and then get it to check. And just 5 birdies. The pin here, 16 on and 4 from the left-hand side of the green. So something up the right side of the fairway is probably the better angle to come in with your second. So now Stuart Appleby's hit a couple of tee shots way right. Can he sort that out here?
Oh no, it's another one heading right. Looks like it's going to catch the right rough over there. It's something's going on.
It's can't quite find the slot at the moment, Stuart. It's amazing to think the guy's won 13 major golf tournaments throughout the world. Struggling here today. Pressure as well, of course.
Back to 7, and Robert Allenby still with a share of the lead.
Going with the 3 medal from the tee, which I think is a good play for him.
Yeah. Just a light breeze in their face, taking it up the right centre. This is not moving very much at all. He'll like it.
Perfect.
Grant Snedeker. I think we'll hear a lot more of this young man. What a rookie year he had in America.
5 iron, Sandy, after perfect drive, and this looks great. This is right over flagstick.
Paddy, beauty. Impressive player, this boy.
Nitty's at 7, coming off a bogey. Going with the driver.
He likes to slide his tee shots, which he has. I'll tell you, this one's not sliding at all. It's going straight there.
Ooh, it's up under that lip. It's a hard shot. I'm running back. It's not an easy shot, of course.
The driver's not behaving, James Nitties.
To 12, Paul Sheehan. This for a birdie. But no. That's tap in to remain.
Sure.
At 8 under.
He could have been anything, this Paul Sheehan.
Aaron Badley at 10, playing his second shot. He's currently at 6 under.
Tight little pin, this one. Front right. Try and come in from the left. Oh, that's beauty. That's a beauty.
He dropped shots on 6 and 8, Jack. That certainly hasn't helped his cause.
Yeah, that's really put him out of contention for the time being. He needs to really play a brilliant back nine to give himself a chance. Oh, have a look at this. What a great shot from Nick Ahern.
These short games are impeccable, aren't they? Beautiful technique there.
That'll be perfect. It is with his problems. To get it up over the lip and then dodge the water up here.
Aussie Moore strolling with them.
You've robbed just 151 here for me. It's a perfect 8 iron for him. He can take it at this pin.
Yeah, I like it.
There you can see the most difficult holes. 16th averaging 4.34, the 7th.
Shorts, the black top. I like it.
The target he's talking about there, the lady with the shorts and the black tops, about 15 feet left of the pin. Seems like good contact, starting at just left of the pin, drawing a little towards the left edge.
Sit. Set.
He wanted the set but didn't. You heard him say too quick. And quite often when you get quick, your hands beat your body. Your arms and your body must work together in sync.
Got to be in harmony.
Yep.
Yeah, an easy shot for Stewart here. He's struggling today. Out of the rough here.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good lie, but he can still only go right of the pin from 143. He's hit a beautiful shot, just hugging that right bunker.
Well done.
Boy, these pins are tucked tight to the sides of the greens, aren't they?
Messy out here today.
Most of them are just 4 and 5 metres from the edge of the greens and bunkers.
Now Snedeker, down a hill, right to left putt for birdie. Just hit it through the break.
James Nitties from the fairway trap at 7.
Tough shot. Gotta nip it perfect. No.
Heavy, it's coming towards me. He's missed it left, so that's not too bad a leave.
Left and fat.
Hard shot.
Hit the sand first.
Mean hole 7. Look at that pin right back in the green. Water right. It's a tough, tough hole.
Craig Parry, 2nd to 8. Coming off a very handy 3 at 7.
After a drive of 270 metres, he's got this going straight at the pin with a 9-iron. Great looking shot.
271. What's going on with little Paz? He's flushing
Popeye had
it.
his spinach.
He's booming it out there.
This will be one hell of a 4 after that tee shot where he was almost standing on his own head to hit the second shot.
And got it. That was 7 or 4.
Out in 34, birdied the first 2 and then 7 straight pars for Nick Ahern.
That's how he plays. Gets a run of birdies. Look out. Took him about birdies. He's just not getting him in today.
Heading home is Greg Chalmers, playing his second to his 72nd hole. He's 4 under for the day.
I'm not surprised, Sandy. Look, he's really impressed me the last 2 weeks with the way he's swinging the golf club. Back in some good form. Just catching the lip of the bunker and back in the sand. Dangerous shot, this too. He's got to try and knock it down that first level of the green and run it up the tier. Over the back's water. Right is water. Ugh.
Pretty good leave. It wasn't an easy shot at all, that one, Jack.
Well, no one able to break out. No one able to just put a couple of birdies together and say, come on, catch me if you can.
Juan Jun Lee.
Will all come down to the back 9. And who is it going to be? Stay with us. Hess Australian Open. It's all going to come down to the back 9 and still anyone's event. Robert Allenby has a share of the lead at the moment with Nick Ahern both locked together at 10 under. And Robert leaving himself some work to do there. A wry smile from the 2-time winner. Back at 8, Stuart Appleby. Good read.
Chalmers out of the bunker. We saw him play second to here. Long trap shot, water on the other side. They're usually pretty good at these shots. Good sand, good bunkers to play out of.
Back at 7, James Nitty's difficult par putt. What some of these players would give for Stephen Leaney's putting round yesterday. He had just 20 putts.
20. Easy. The pressure's there now for James. He's in uncharted territory now. Craig Parry. He's been here before. Oh. Boy.
Just not reading the break around that hole.
Very subtle breaks at the Australian, aren't they, Jack? They just don't do a lot.
Apart from a couple of tiers in greens, there's just subtle movement in the greens. Sometimes they're harder to read than if there's a definitive break you can play through it.
Yeah.
No, so there goes a shot. And it leaves Ahern at the moment alone.
Well, the thing is, Sandy, he'll par them to death. You know, he's not going to make too many mistakes, Nick Ahern. And most around him are struggling.
Here he is now. And Pat's with him.
Just 129 metres, but you can't fool with this flag. Now, I don't know whether this has got enough. The breeze is just knocking this down. Anything right, wait.
Ooh. Gee, that is a teaser pin. Look where this is going to go.
Wicked shot now.
Now you have got a hard up and down.
No shot. Absolutely no shot.
Got to play hard at the green there today.
We could find ourselves with a 3-way tie at the top of the leaderboard, and that would include.
Could we be heading
Parry
for a playoff?
But that's bringing Juan Jun Lee and Pampling and Sheen and Snedeker
into it. Yeah,
they're all bringing them all into the tournament.
Exactly right. Should there be a playoff, it will be the 18th hole. Continuously. Great chance.
Big putt this, Sandy.
Yep. Yes, if he can get in 8 under, and that's exactly what he's done. This round of 67, that's a fine week for Greg Chalmers, and the West Australian finishes at 8 under par.
67 fine score around here.
Great
Anything under 70, you really golfed your ball.
On the final round of the Australian Open, pins tuck, great round. That makes up a little bit for the fact he missed his tour card in the States only by 1 shot only 2 weeks ago, which really would hurt. Stuart Appleby, second shot to 9.
170 metres from a perfect line. It's got it going in the middle of the green. It's just holding there. It's not going to turn towards the pin.
Now, crunch time for our leader, Nick O'Hearn.
Order of difficulty, 9.
You want a stern test in the Australian Open, your national title, but is this going a bit too far?
Oh, that's a hard shot.
Just caught that little knoll there, skidded it forward.
Well, there's 9 players within 2 shots of the lead here. Shortly, I think it's going to be within 1. Craig Parry, second shot to 9.
Yeah, from a metre closer, 169, 5-iron going straight at it. It's just got to carry. It's a great looking shot.
Oh, gee. Centimetres from being perfect.
Big putt for Nick.
Tough putt this, Sandy. Downhill.
This for par.
How many putts have we seen run over the edge of the hole?
Tell you what, fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be one heck of a back 9 for this field.
4 players at 9 under. Juan Jun Lee, Nick O'Hearn, Craig Parry, and Robert Allenby. And Juan Jun Lee in rarefied air, Jack.
Yeah, but I think you're going to see him in a lot more rarefied air before he's finished. Just birdied 17 to get 5 under for the round. And the 18th,
he'll get home easy.
As far as he hits it 9 miles.
Yes.
I'm not kidding you.
He does. He's huge.
It's amazing, Jack. Just before the last break, he said he hit it 8 miles. He had another one. We'll take a break. Mental examination of Nick O'Hearn to see whether he can get out of the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place getters and win one.
I think the thing to notice from these highlights is like he hit it close at 4, missed it. Close at 5, missed it, and then made a good up and down at 9. But other than that, you know, that's absolutely the worst score he could have been. And then he hit a great shot at 10, took 5.
Yeah. Back to the action at 9. Craig Parry, 3rd shot. Well, left himself a little teaser for par.
Second 8 now. He's in a perfect position. Good line at the flag here. Stares it down. Oh, gee. Got a little break there, just off the shoulder of that bunker.
Stuart Appleby now. Long putt. Just trying to get it to 8 under. But he's certainly still in the mix. This group now that are at 7, and that includes Leishman, Pampling, Porter. Only 2 shots off the pace.
Incredible tournament.
To 11. Ahern, a 3rd of the par 3s.
And not happy either after that rather untidy bogey. 183 metres with a 6-iron down the breeze. This is pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Is there much breeze, Pat?
No, it's been, what breeze there is has been fluky all afternoon. It's from the south, so it's similar to the first 2 days, but nowhere near the strength.
Thank you. As we go to Craig Parry, an important putt here. This for par, this to retain a share of the lead.
Gee, you just feel it's going to take someone to do something special here. Hole a couple of good putts, maybe chip in, hole a bunker shot. just to break it up. So many players in with a chance here. Unbelievable finish coming up now.
Juan Jun Lee here at the 18th. Big tall boy.
Strong
And he's
action.
playing 5 under. Short iron for his second.
Oh, look at this. Tell you what.
Now, if he finishes with a 3,
he gets to 11 under.
He's going to set a score at 11 under. And
he's just had a
catch
look
me,
at,
boys.
Just had a look at the leaderboard here. Look, he's aware of what he's got to do. And, oh, this is great because he has got a tonner. Represented Australia last year in the Eisner Cup and turned pro this year. And this is just fantastic for his confidence.
Turned pro this year.
Well, he could really set a buzz amongst the galleries here. The Australian.
He was ranked in the top 10 amateurs in the world, Sandy, so like he's got the game.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of experience, and as I said, the one thing he's got in his favour is he hits it long and high. I think his game's absolutely suited to the United States.
It'd be a nice finish, wouldn't it, here? 3-3.
Post a score and watch what happens.
How about 4-2, 4-3-3?
Correct.
Long journey to the hole here for James. Oh, that's pretty tidy. Very nice.
Nick Ahern, big putt again. Has he got it? He's got it.
Yes.
So he's back to outright leader. He's made someone happy in the crowd.
Including Nick, I think.
Yeah.
Excellent 2 there.
Great putt. Aggressive, confident.
Now Allenby. This putt for a birdie. Had a lovely shot in here. It took a huge leap forward.
Didn't it? Downhill putt. All about speed here for Robert.
It gets to the right, though, at the end of its trip. Most players haven't read that.
God, left it short. That's amazing, isn't it? It's pressure.
He looks like he's just wishing the ball in the hole instead of striking it.
It's been par territory for Paul Shea in the last 3 holes. We'll try and break out of it at 14. But no, leaving it short. So all being well, Paul will remain at 8 under. In the meantime, we've got a Midas precision putt, and of course it is Nick Ahern. A putt that gave him once again the outright lead. Good positive strike.
Well, the thing about that one, Sandy, was it was going at the good holing speed, whereas Allenby, for example, and certainly Nick Ahern on a number of those putts on the front nine just weren't struck firmly enough. What a putt this is for Juan Jun Lee. This for an eagle, and this to get him to the lead. And he's already 4 under. This 9.
And this is very makeable too. This buddy's lining up.
Well, it looks like the other guy's going to putt out.
So he's staring at a 65, Jack.
Playing it with Mark Leishman now. He's getting out of his road. So yeah, this is putt for around a 65, Sandy, and it's not that far away.
Well, the good thing is, Jack, he's got it up on this top tier, so it's not going to do a lot. A little bit of left to right, I'd suggest. And I'd like to see him have a good positive run at it here. Because if he can post a score, oof.
Well, biggest putt of his life so far. So you're going to hear a lot more about him. This for 3, this for around a 65 to take the lead.
Oh, gee. That's not firm enough.
Well, a great round of 66 for Juan Jun Lee. A birdie finish. And he's going to be the clubhouse leader at 10 under par.
Yeah, great round, and certainly fantastic for his confidence. There's a great future ahead of him, Jack.
Yeah, I think he's got the game to the world's his oyster.
As we go back to Robert Allenby, this important tee shot on 9. You have to absolutely flush this down the middle here.
Laid up short of the left-hand trap yesterday. He's taking on that line again, but there's no breeze here today.
Oh, that is not good. Well, from one young golfer, Juan Jun Lee. This is Ewan Porter for a birdie at 14 to get him to 8 under. 3 under for the round. So a couple of these young blokes are putting their hand up and saying,
Making a statement. I love that.
Chap actually, Jack, at the airport pulled me up and he said, now look, my son went to school with Ewan Porter. Can you see if you can get him over the line at the Australian Open? I said, I can't do a lot, but I hope he goes well. Second shot for Craig Parry at the par 4 10th.
Should suit him with his left to right shape. Oh, he's played a beauty.
Can't do much better than that where that flag is. That's a beautiful shot from Parry.
So the situation at the moment is Juan Jun Lee has shot 66. He's in the clubhouse at 10 under with Nick O'Hearn. Robert Allenby is a stroke further back. Wayne Smith is going to join us behind the microphone. Lindsay Stephen is heading out onto the course.
Oh, looking forward to it, Sandy.
And we've got a trivia question for you, Jack. In what year was the Australian Open last played at the Australian Golf Course? Think about that. It's been light when it has been around anyway. And for trivia buffs, the question was, in what year was the Australian Open last played at the Australian Golf Course? Any thoughts, Jack?
I'm guessing I'm going to say 2004.
2004. Ready reveal. He's on fire today. Absolute fire. And Wayne Smith has been on fire too. He's been out on the course. I mentioned very little breeze at the moment. So Wayne, you've been with Stuart Appleby and Craig Parry. Conditions perfect.
Absolutely perfect playing conditions. I'm a little surprised the scorings are not a lot better, but you can see by a couple of the groups that have gone out early, they've taken advantage of it and posted some really good scores.
Tell us about Stuart Appleby and Craig Parry rounds so far.
Well, Stuart's struggled with the driver. He's hit 3 or 4 drives right and got into all sorts of trouble out there. He's survived by his short game, and he's still in the tournament going to the back 9, and that's a credit to his short game. Craig has played beautifully, got it up and down when he needed to a couple of times from some interesting positions, but hit one good iron shot after another, and he's right there going into the back 9.
It's a great leaderboard with just 9 to play, and we'll have a look at it now with James Nitties. Let's go down to the action, and here is James playing his second to the 9th.
Well, another errant tee shot here. All he can do is wedge it back over these pine trees, going towards the right-hand side of the fairway. That's going to leave him some sort of angle.
Just the ball trickling down, and Aussie Moore keeping an eye on James. And there you can see what he has to the pin. Pin today there, cut well back and left. And Nick O'Hearn. Is this his breakthrough, do you think, for a national title?
Well, all West Australians are hoping so.
Yeah, thank you very much. No problems for him to tap in and remain at 10 under. So, what a thrill for Juan Jun Lee, eh?
Absolutely, what a wonderful round, and a shame about that last putt. That really could have thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, got in at 11 under, because I think that's going to be the score needed at least to win.
Here's Robert with his second shot to 9.
To get it to the green, he must sling it off that right-hand bunker. It's popped out a little soft and high, going towards the right side. Not enough to get to the green, though.
We'll go to the 11th now. The pub hole, the third of the par 3s. Stadium hole, as it can be called, and Craig Parry back down on the tee. Chance for a 2 for Craig at 11. We saw what he was capable of yesterday, especially at 14, that monster putt. And back to Nitty's third shot to 9.
Just trying to punch in a low spinner. Can it stop for him?
Pretty good, Aussie. Very good. Rod Pampling's got a pretty good round going today. And we sort of expect him now to be thereabouts every Sunday of a tournament, but he's another one who's still yet to win his national title, but you can put him in that bracket with Parry and O'Malley and co.
Certainly got the game to win one, that's for sure. You know, he shows that every year in the US, and had another great year this year, and he's come home, and he would have, I'm sure, loved to have been threatening to win this. Testing little chip, this one. Made it look simple.
Couldn't have played any better, could he? Robert Allenby playing his third to 9th, hoping to get up and down from here. And giving himself the opportunity to do so. Ahead to 11, and on the tee, Stuart Appleby.
Stay there.
Well, they say the tournament doesn't start until the back 9, and it's certainly set up that way. You know, guys at 7 and 8 under like Stuart are going to have to make some birdies to catch these leaders.
And a big putt for Robert Allenby. Yes, this is for par. So another one slips by. Back to 8.
Couldn't Juan Jun Lee auction off his score at the moment?
Oh, I'll tell you, 10 under is looking like a great score now as these guys are struggling through this really difficult 8, 9, 10 section of the golf course. And there are a couple of par fives on the back nine. They can make some shots up, but he's in the clubhouse at 10 with a big smile on his face.
My word. And it could all come down to 18. A par 5 there, it could produce a shootout. Nitties for par.
Great effort. What a great up and down after a wayward tee shot. A good par on the tough 9th hole. He heads to the back nine, still in touch.
Urging himself on. Come on, come on. We'll move ahead to 18 and have a look at Rob Pampling finishing off. This would get him to 8 under.
Incredible week, but, you know, it's not what he came here to do. He came to win. Correct. It's not about the money. It's about winning golf tournaments.
68 for Rod. That, in fact, is his best round for the week. Leaves him at 8 under, but there is the story of the day at the very top. Juan Jun Lee of New South Wales. He is 10 under after shooting a 66. Nick Ahern trying desperately to stay with him. Craig Parry still there as well. A couple faltering. Robert Allenby faltering, dropping back to 8 under. But we'll take a break and come back shortly and speak with the man who shot a 66 just moments ago. Scoreboard there on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll see W.J. Lee, -10. Juan Jun Lee has shot a fantastic 66, and he joins us here in our Channel 7 studio. Congratulations. Fine round of golf.
Thank you very much, Sandy.
Tell me, Juan, what was it like standing over the ball at 18 with that eagle putt for a 65?
You know what, it was nerve-wracking. I haven't played nearly as well as I have this week for the whole year, and I haven't had much pressure on me, so it was a great feeling, and I enjoy playing, and you know, it was nervous. I try to keep calm and hit a steady putt, and you know, just missed on the right, so unfortunately I'll have to stick with 10.
Tell me, what were your realistic expectations when you came to the course today?
Today, you know, I spoke to my mum during the night, and she said, you know, I'll just keep calm, and I would have been happy with a 70 or a 69 today, and just played steady, and you know, I got something going. I putted on the back nine the last few holes, so that helped a lot, and you know, I played all right, so it's feeling really good.
One of the understatements of the day, you played all right. Tell us about you and golf. When did you two first get together?
Golf and I met in 2000 with my dad. He introduced me. He was a mad soccer player, but he had a back injury which forced him to golf. And I've been playing ever since 2000 and enjoying it. And I grew up playing in the Jack Newton Foundation as a junior, and had a lot of support from New South Wales Golf and Golf Australia so throughout my amateur career. So, you know, since 2000 I've been playing.
And turned professional when? Late last year?
November last year I turned professional over in Japan, so hasn't been too long, I don't think.
You enjoying it?
It's great fun. I couldn't think of anything better to do.
Oh, you're a very lucky man. Let's look ahead now to the future, because for the next couple of hours, what are you going to do? I mean, you could win this outright. You could get overrun. You could be involved in a playoff. So for the next 2 hours, what does Juan Jun Lee do?
I think I'll go on the lounge and have a bite to eat to calm me down, I think. And I'll have a quick squiz of the TV once in a while, see how it's going, and you know, if there's 3 or 4 holes remaining and it's looking all right, I'll go hit some balls on the range and warm up and do the necessary things, I think.
And just quickly, looking ahead to next year, what's your program?
Next year, I went to final stage at US Tour School this year. Unfortunately, I didn't get my card, and I'll be going to nationwide conditional, and I'll try to play a few events before the re-rank. Hopefully get my card that way.
Well, I think your name is going to be on boards right around the world, so good luck, firstly, for this afternoon. Just wait and see what happens. If it does come to a playoff, we wish you well, but well done on a magical round and a good 4 days of golf.
Thank you very much.
24 putts today, too.
Oh,
well done.
That's good.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the action. Jack, what have you got for us?
Well, we've got Craig Parry here for a birdie putt at 11. Little ridge in this putt that he has to negotiate. Up the slope there, and then up over that ridge, and then back to the left. And I think the rain is really, the little bit of rain that we've had has just deadened the greens a bit, and many of the players are struggling
to get the ball to the hole.
Yeah, it definitely has, Jack. The air's quite heavy, you know, a little bit of moisture on the greens. As we look on the 13th hole at the tee shots of Nick Ahern and Snedeker. Ahern in perfect position to attack the pin from the middle of the fairway. Surprise, surprise.
She's a long way back, though.
Yeah, he is. He's probably played a little too safe, but with his iron play.
137, guys, and this looks pretty good. Just left of the flag. There's a little bank up there that he would love it to come back down.
Not a bad result. A little down to left, downhill left to right putt. Not an easy one.
That will be at 11. Really needs to get something moving here. Just for 2.
He hasn't made a putt all day.
Short again.
I think the start was instrumental. He missed a, probably 1.5 metre putt for birdie on the first and hasn't made one since. Tee shots here. Allenby in the fairway bunker. You'll see a long way back. Aussie Moore's down there with them.
He's got a good line here. I think these two, they need to be aggressive from this back 9, otherwise they've got no chance whatsoever. And we'll be taking it. Actually, he's taking it straight at the pin. This is a really brave shot, and I like it in flight also.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot, Aussie. 2 metres from the hole. Well, I'm sure he didn't want to be in the bunker off the tee, but it's worked out very well for him.
Grant Snedeker from the left-hand bunker at 13.
Yeah, he just tried to force things, Jack. Took driver, but this looks great. This looks very good.
Oh, it's a backswing, bringing it straight back to the hole. 1/2 metre from the hole. He's got that to go in a tie for the lead.
James Nitty's now wants to try and match Allenby's.
Going with 9-iron. Oh, again, he's got over the top of this one with the shoulder, and it's going left. Should pick up part of the green, but off target.
Yeah, he's had a bad case of the lefts today, particularly with the driver. Just a little bit quick at his transition from backswing to downswing, I think.
Yeah, very common under pressure, as we see Craig Parry's second shot on the 12th.
He's come up with a real messy lie here. Really tough lie. He's going to try and run it up. He's got it on a good line, landing short. The pin's deep in the green here, though. Run up on the green. Good effort from where he was.
Left himself a monster putt. Pin 27 metres on there, so he's got every bit of 24 metres. Oh, do he hold one of them yesterday on 14? Can he repeat?
Big swing from left to right here for Nick Ahern. Nope, short. Some of these downhill putts have really got them bluffed, the greens.
I think it is the moisture, as you've pointed out, Jack. They're a different pace today. They look the same, they look quick, but just not quite as quick as they appear.
Yeah, well, of course, we had the sun and the breeze the last 3 days, drying them out. And today, it's important to recognise that when you get a day like this where the atmosphere is kind of heavy, ball doesn't tend to travel as far, and then with a little bit of rain on the greens as well, it's taken the fire out of them.
A few umbrellas there in the crowd. I was interested to hear Lindsay's comment that it's not uncomfortable rain. Sure it isn't when you're sitting in the box. It's enough to get you wet out there. He's has dribbled that down near the hole. Short once again, Jack.
Yeah, I rather fancy that this pairing, we often talk about players playing together and they both get on a roll and they drag one another along. This has kind of gone the other way, this pairing. Neither of them have played particularly well, particularly Allenby, who has gone bogey, par, par, bogey, par, bogey to conclude his front 9, and James Nitty's bogey, par, bogey, bogey to be out, both of them 38, 2 over par. And it's really put them under the cosh, but this could turn things around for Allenby.
Yeah, big putt to get the momentum started in the right direction on the back 9. I agree with your thoughts there, Jack. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly, but this can turn it around. Oh, he's straight right off the putter. frustration is building. He needs to control the emotions. Still 8 holes to go, a couple of par 5s.
Time for an Emirates shot of the day, and it's from one of our visitors, Brant Snedeker, who's going along very, very nicely. 1 out and 1 back.
It's a ripping shot, this. Coming from the sand, of course, clipped it beautifully to get the spin, and then the slope doing the rest.
That shot setting up a birdie at 13, an Emirates shot of the day. Here he is.
A fantastic birdie 3 puts him in a tie for the lead at 10 under.
He's a happy soul. No, that'd be 9 under.
9 under.
You're getting
I
excited.
apologise. I got all excited for him.
As we go to 11. Wayne, tell us your version of 11. The stadium hole, the pub hole, call it what you will.
Well, it's a great par 3, slightly downhill to a very narrow green. It takes a precise iron shot here because you miss it either side and it leaves you a very difficult up and down. As you can see where the pin is back left today, it's well protected from a bunker on the left. If you do pull it slightly, not the place to be. Most players will be hitting in 6 irons into this hole, playing at 3.05, only 7 birdies. Surprised about that.
And wonderful galleries this week. In fact, today we've got a crowd of 11,221. So that gives us a 4-day total of in excess of 41,250, which is a record. So great to see the people of Sydney coming out and supporting the game.
Yeah, big thanks to MFS, who have continued to support both men's and women's golf through the Australian Open Men's and Ladies Championship. A lot of discussion going on here about club selection.
Well, he got a lovely 2 here yesterday. And, I'm sure Aussie, he would like to emulate that feat.
Well, I've no doubt about that at all, Sandy. Look, I think the pin, it's in the back of the green here, and the hole's playing fairly long at 183. The breeze helping a touch. I don't think it's all that hard a pin to get at. You've got a lot of green that's fairly flat to bounce it back there. You know, the big ask is to get it online.
Let's see if he can get his rhythm right.
Starting at right centre. He's actually got a little bit of draw on this one. I don't mind the line. It's a little bit right of the pin. Just needs to kick back there.
Just sat down a little softly. Was probably expecting it to kick up again, but once again the moisture playing a part in the golf ball's reaction on the green.
To 12. And to Craig Parry. Birdied 10, parred 11, and another birdie chance here. This for a share of the lead. He liked this sort of distance yesterday.
Up a big slope there, and that's a wonderful putt from 23 or 24 metres away.
Now, Sandy, I suspect you've drawn the whip on Craig Parry. Is he making a statement here?
I confess I have, and I would dearly love him to see him win his first Australian Open.
Alan be way over on the left side of the tee.
Going with 6 iron, a lot lower ball flight, starting it right of the pin, working it back. Gee, I'll tell you what, this could be fantastic.
And completely the opposite of Nitty's ball. He's hit hard and went straight past the pin. You'll have to deal with the crowd behind him in the pub.
He's on good terms with them at the moment. That's all right. They're travelling nicely. Stuart Appleby, desperate for a birdie. And yes, he's still there. Don't discount apples. Unless, of course, you're involved in the supermarket trade. We'll take a break. More shortly from the Australian and the MFS Australia. Many fans waiting in anticipation of players coming home 18 and for all the drama to unfold, but there has been drama unfolding prior to 18, and it's surrounding Brandt Snedeker, the visiting American. His ball was on a leaf, and he went to move the leaf, and he's moved the ball and incurred a one-shot penalty.
That's right, and more importantly, he has to replace the ball where it was. I believe Pat's down there. He might be able to inform us.
Yeah, I can confirm that his second shot caught the left-hand rough. He went to move a leaf as he went up to put the ball. The ball has moved. He conferred immediately with his playing partner, Nick O'Hearn, and rules official Tim Gale, and the penalty has been confirmed. So he will be on the green for 4.
And the important part was that he did replace the ball. You saw him pick it up and put it back.
Okay, so drama there for Snedeker as we join Robert Allenby at the 11. Always left.
It's a better strike, though. I like the way he struck that putt, where he absolutely accelerated putt ahead through the ball. You cannot putt well de-accelerating the putter.
Must be positive as we see Nick O'Hearn's third shot into the 14th.
From 70 metres. Toss this high in the air, and it looks right on the flag stick.
Oh, it is, Pat. It is. You can give it to him. He's going to go to 11 under.
Even you could get that in, Sandy.
Oh, well, I would hope so, Jack. So that is going to mean that Nick is once again the outright leader. Nitties.
Get it, good looking putt. Yes!
Just what the doctor ordered for James Nitties.
Twice in a row he's done it here at 11.
Obviously loves the crowd.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. So he moves to 9 under.
Well, hardly made anything the front 9. And right when he needed it, he had the line and the speed just right.
True entertainer, the showman in front of the crowd.
He doesn't mind being a bit of a showman.
He certainly doesn't.
Well, I think he represents the young brigade.
Yeah.
A lot of golfers out there of similar age, and always been a bit of a fancy dresser as Snedeker is his 4th shot. Well, it's a bad break to get right at this stage, but I think the thing to remember about all that is he wasted no time in calling it, as is the right play. So honesty and integrity are very much part of this game, and he knew the circumstances. He was gone as soon as he moved the leaf and the ball roll.
And he'll go up there and he'll see Nick O'Hearn's ball centimetres from the cup, saying, well, that's another shot further back I am. Parry now at 13.
Yeah, Craig's got about 127 in here. Pin tuck front right. Good looking shot. Might be a fraction long. It'll be a tough putt if it's long.
It is just long, Lindsay. Probably 10 or 12 metres past. Slippery putt down the hill.
Robert Allenby, return putt at 11 for par. He just looks a bit shaky with that putter, doesn't he? He struggled all year in America with his putting. Had a go at putting cross-handed.
Now, the trials and tribulations of Brandt Snedeker continue. It's his 5th shot.
Bogey here, absolutely disastrous for the American.
Well, I'm afraid that's what he's got.
The hole that others are birdieing, he's lost one, and that may be the end of his charge.
So there'll be a 2-shot swing between these two players, with a tap in for O'Hearn.
That will be 2nd to the 13th.
Oh, he's hit this one a little bit right. Gee, this I don't like this. It has to hit the shoulder of the edge of the green and come back. Have a chance. Long way right here. Has to get lucky.
It did get lucky. It caught the rough, spat it out on the fringe. He's actually got a very makeable little chip the way he chips.
Time for another Emirates shot of the day. And it is the approach of Nick O'Hearn.
Well, you could make a whole pile of highlights when he gets a wedge in his hand.
Well, I think the thing to recognise, Wayne, is that of all the players, he's played the best golf. I mean, he could have been 3 or 4 better than he is without too much happening for him. I mean, he hit a great shot into 10, took a bad bounce and went down in that swale, and then that's the only bogey he's made all day. The only bogey he's looked like making all day.
So he has a 1-stroke lead over Juan Jun Lee. And Jack, we head to the 12th.
Yeah, the 12th hole, of course, 385 metres. Elevated tee right up here near the car park. Downhill tee shot. Bunkers left and right. Breeze, what there is of it, coming from the right. And I've always found this hole a difficult hole to judge second shot. Stand there posing, think you've hit it in the hole, and you come up front edge, and the next time you're over the back. 3.94, so it's given up 15 birdies. So the important thing here, first part of the equation, get the ball on the fairway. Nitty's been hitting his driver left. Can he get one right?
Well, he missed most of the fairways on the front 9, hit 10. This one starting down the right centre. I'll tell you what, this could be 2 in a row on the back 9.
Well, yeah, the tee is very high up. It's a downhill tee shot, and I find it very difficult to work it into that fairway as we see Stuart Appleby with the putter on 13.
This will be some 3.
Well, you can see how fast that green is from right to left there. I think he's dodged a bullet.
Back to 12. Robert Allenby.
A little bit of breeze off the right in their face. Hard for Robert here. He's going to turn it over. Started down the centre. It's working down the left edge. Those bunkers are close.
Just avoiding the Aussie. Right. There's Craig Parry now. Let's assess his situation. He is currently at 9 under. Lee 10, O'Hearn 11. Starting this way left, he has this putt to move to within 1 shot of the leader.
Look how much this breaks. Swinging, looking good.
Looking very good.
What?
The little master at work. He's 10 under. He trails by 1.
That brought a smile on his nephew Matt's face there. I'm sure he read it right.
15th. This difficult par 3. A little bit of breeze on helping.
193 flag, and it's a smooth 5. Needs it to run up the green, scamper up that little bank in the middle of the green.
What a wonderful percentage golf shot. Right in the middle, no risk. As you said, Jack, he just keeps hitting the right shots. You do that, he's going to be very hard to run down.
This is Ewan Porter. Now, he's had a pretty good day. He's 3 under for the day, but he's 8 under for the week, and that's good news for Ewan.
Had a crack at it. He needed for that to go in to give himself a chance to win.
Back to 14. The man of the moment, Craig Parry. He'll have fond memories of this hole, and in particular the green.
Yeah, wonderful birdie of that. And this is a lovely looking drive up the left side. Standard Parry stuff, fading back the middle of the fairway. Ideal position.
I've been impressed about how far he's hit the drivers, Mickey.
I have too. While I've been out there, he's actually hit it past Stuart Appleby on a number of occasions.
What has he got in that club?
Let's all get one.
Yeah. I need 2 of them. So there you go. With his tee shot at this difficult par 3.
Well, he's going to have to make something happen, something special. And if he holds that, he's going to show Nick O'Hearn the lines.
2 fine shots.
Back to Robert Allenby, 2nd to 13.
Just in the light rough on the left. Going with a hard wedge up the hill here. He's going to have to catch all of it.
Go right.
Not bad, but not back there.
12. I think I might have said 13.
Oh, it's just caught the little tier and easing back down it. Needed to go another 2 yards, 2 metres up there, and it would have been a much more makeable birdie putt. So we go to Nitty's, his second shot into the 13th. Oh, sorry, into the 12th. Getting mixed up here.
He's just a little closer, 129, and being aggressive, which they need to be, right of the pin, flying all the way back there.
Just hasn't had control of his game so far today.
I think Nick Ahern will be watching this pretty intently.
Very intently, I'd imagine.
His straight putt.
It moved right, though.
Paul Sheehan was one of the early movers today, out with a flying start, 5 under after 6, but the well has dried up. And he's going to finish at 7 under.
Yeah, disappointing finish. 38 on the back 9 after going out in 4 under 32.
Still a good week for him. Continuing his New Zealand form. Ahern. Another one. Hey.
Like you said, Jack, went a little right.
I thought he'd made it, though. It just ducked right at the hole. Big putt for Ewan Porter. This would be the biggest check of his life.
Oh.
No.
Oof. That's very disappointing, but it's still a great tournament. This boy has got some serious talent, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him.
He's pretty tough on himself too, Ewan.
Well, I think he thought if he makes his chip for eagle, that gets him to 10 under, and he had a crack at it.
Yeah.
Just took off on him in the rough. Good chip from James Nitties.
He's fighting hard, but he needs to start making birdies.
Yeah, you can't afford to fight yourself coming down the stretch in a tournament of this magnitude.
Yeah, Craig can't get home here. It's a layup. He's hit this beautifully up the fairway, just laying up short of the green. Ideal chance to make birdie from here, though.
He's playing this hole at 4 under so far. It's been very good to him.
That's an understatement. 4 under in 3 days.
Well, he did hold a tram line for eagle yesterday, didn't he?
Good picture of Robert Allenby's grip, the reverse overlap. Soft hands. See if he can hit a more positive putt than he's been hitting.
Well, the story of the day so far, Jack, has been Juan Jun Lee, and what an absolute thrill for the young man to be sitting back now after shooting a 66 and just waiting to see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, great kid, a great young guy and a great future in the game. No doubt about that.
There you can see him, but it's not over yet by any means. As we touch in a playoff.
Little pitch shot here from 50. This looks very nice. Very nice shot, yeah.
Well, Nick Ahern did it earlier, hit it to gimme distance, and Craig's repeated it. A wonderful short game as we go to Nitty's tee shot. 13th hole, going with a 3 medal.
We'll pin in the front right here today, so you really need to get up the left-hand side of the fairway. Nitty ball is flying towards that left-hand trap. Just depends on that bounce.
Oh, it's come up perfect, just short of the rough, in a good position to attack the pin on the front right.
Stuart Appleby playing his 3rd to 14. And you've got your alphabetical leaderboard at the bottom of your screen.
Needs something special.
There you can see the ball of Parry. So Craig Parry set to move to 11 under.
Taking iron off the tee. Bob likes to turn them a little bit. This one's starting up the right-hand rough line. That really light breeze is holding it up there.
Well, that is not the place to be with a pin front right. Out of the rough, no chance, I'd say, of getting that close to the hole.
Appleby.
Appleby for birdie. Must make putt. Gets it. So a little bit of change of fortune in recent holes for Stuart Appleby. Birdie at 12 and now another one at 14 after a fairly indifferent front nine where he shot 2 over par 38. He's just got to love Craig Parry, the way he enjoys the fight. Coming down the stretch, and with his short game you can never count him out. And classic demonstration of that right here, where he played that terrific pitch to, well, wouldn't be a metre.
Well, he was always a popular pick on the President's Cup teams because his ability in match play to wear somebody out was world famous.
And it was world famous too at Royal Melbourne. Now, this for a share of the lead. And he's got it. So Craig Parry back at the top of the leaderboard with Nick Ahern.
You see the rain falling there. Starting to get a little heavier. The umbrellas are up. It's going to make it difficult for these last few groups out on the golf course.
Grant Snedeker is ahead. Second to 16.
I really like watching this guy play. Enjoyed having him out here in Australia. A great ambassador for the game.
How hard is this shot? Pin on the right, he's on the right, coming from the rough.
Get up. It's really all he could do. Unfortunately, it's caught the front slope and spun back down the hill. Very difficult pitch now to save par.
We'll move to 16, and Nick Ahern, we understand, is playing his third shot. So, Pat, he's obviously had problems.
Yeah, caught the rough, was only 2 metres from the fairway, deep rough, couldn't get it home. Shot of 90 metres for his third, and it's not an easy flag to get to. This one all the way back right. But he's got it up there now. It's got to stay up there. It can fall off this tier.
Oh, it's just stayed there, I think. Anxious moments.
James Neddy's good shot for him.
Even though he's good angle here, he must be precise with this iron shot. Down breeze, he's hit it a little bit right of the flag. I don't know about this one.
Oh, it's caught the front right bunker there. Not a good position.
Looks flat on your screen, but around about halfway it starts to go up an incline and then down over the other side. You know, with a bit of rain on the green, always difficult to judge the speed on these sort of putts, but mentally you'll have to adjust the computer and say, well, I need to give this a hit.
Just like that.
And hit it straight in the hole.
What was so hard about that? My goodness, what a great putt.
And that is the most difficult hole on the course today. He's made it look easy. Grant Snedeker.
Isn't he ruining that penalty right now?
My word. My word.
But Jack, I thought your words about integrity and honesty, that's a great example of what's wonderful about our sport.
Allenby playing his third to the 13th.
Got to run this because just no way he could stop it pitching it on the green.
This is just a very crucial time in this championship. Ahern needs this for par to retain a share of the lead.
Well, I would imagine Juan Jun Lee will be sitting in the clubhouse taking a fair bit of interest with this putt. As you can see, he's just on the top of the tier. Right behind him is a slope that goes away. now goes slightly downhill and a little bit left to right.
Gee, that was a good putt.
Oh, he really thought he'd made that. Hit it right where he wanted.
Tough shot here. Downhill from the shoulder of the bunker.
Now, almost impossible to leave that short. Now he's got a putt from 5 metres. It breaks about 1.5 metres left to right.
To 15. The last of the par threes. 4 of them on this layout. This one 188 metres, and Craig Parry on the tee.
And he's the leader.
Alone.
By himself.
Decision for Craig. Will he go up the flag? He's only got 4 metres to work with on that. Oh, this is very good, going all over the flag. It might be a bit long though. May struggle to pull it up.
Gee, it was a wonderful iron. Almost went in on the second bounce and just trickled over the back. Not a difficult shot from there, on the flat.
17.
He's had a horrid day with the putter.
There's another one going right.
No, he's missed about every putt he's had. He's missed to the right.
Well, here we have it, James Nitties. This is a must-make putt. If he's going to have a chance, he can't let the leaders get 3 away. This putt downhill, left to right, extremely difficult.
Oh.
Blow it in. Oh. Back to 8 under, unfortunately.
3 down. That's going to make it very tough with what he's got left to play.
Let's not forget, the 18th hole is very reachable and an eagle chance.
Yeah. Appleby at the last of the par threes.
Yeah, much safer line here from Stewart. 5-iron for 193. Drawing back into the heart of green. Safe play. This should pull up okay. Good looking shot from back here.
Well, he's still in there. He needs to make another birdie just to get within reach on the last hole as we watch Allenby down the hill for par, and that's another drop stroke for Robert.
I think that's ended Nitty's and Allenby's chances.
Oh, very disappointing. He led at the MasterCard Masters and let it go. Now he's looking like he's doing the same here at the MFS Australian Open.
So again, the leaderboard takes yet another shape with Craig Parry, the outright leader by 1. From Juan Jun Lee, who's had that magical round of 66 to be back in the clubhouse. And Nick O'Hearn, also at 10 under par. As you can see, for the closing stages of the MFS Australian Open, and we're with our leader. I think I better get the whip out, Jack.
You've had it out for about an hour and a half, Sandy. What are you talking about?
Well, you're not alone. I was out there the front 9 with him, and he's got a lot of support. Very popular man here in Sydney, as he was in WA when he grew up there playing golf. He's lived everywhere. Came from
Melbourne.
Victoria,
Yeah.
went to WA, and now lives in Sydney. We all claim him.
Great fan of the Western Bulldogs.
Good play, though, from where he was. Couldn't chip it. Used the Texas wedge, the putter.
Snedeker, tee shot on the 17th. Slight dogleg left hole, going aggressively with the driver.
He started it down the left side and just working it back. This was long and very, very good. And Wayne, as you mentioned, how tragic that penalty shot.
Now, Appleby, 9 under par. You would nearly think he needs to make this.
The amazing thing is that he's still in the hunt, isn't it?
It's going to slide right at the cup. Has he hit it?
No.
Now a pace again. Undercooked it.
Well, 2 back with 3 holes left to play. He's going to have to do something special.
ahead to 17. In second spot, Nick Ahern.
Great crowds all around this golf course, and they like this one as well from Nick. Made very few errors this round.
Yeah, well, he spared it in the pine trees here yesterday, so that's a much better effort from Nick. And the pin back left, so he's on the right side of the fairway, coming in at a good angle with his second shot.
He likes to work the ball right to left, so you'd have to say that calls him. But what a big putt we have here for our leader. This to stay one ahead.
Well, it's had some goalkeepers in it this hole, hasn't it? But Parry will get this, I think.
Yes. Only dead centre.
Rock solid.
Well, the crowd's starting to get involved. You can hear them.
You just keep a lid on it.
He's running over there like he's 21, isn't he?
He walks very fast.
He tested you out. I think you better get home to the West and some sort of fitness program, Smithy.
Oh, thank you.
There's a shot from the green back down the fairway. What Nick Ahern's got. These bunkers on the left come into play.
As you said, Jack, nice angle, 161 metres, but this needs to travel. Boy, just over the water makes the trap.
And that's no bargain where he's put it.
Absolutely, he's not. But what an important shot this is for Snedeker. 9 under. Juan Jun Lee in the clubhouse at 10. He's got a par 5 to follow. If he could somehow conjure up a birdie here, he could work his way back into the tournament despite the penalty shot he had on 14.
That's good karma though, isn't it?
It
What
is.
he did.
It is. You do feel, as bad as you feel about a penalty stroke and having to call it, you feel good about yourself because you know you did the right thing.
Good shot for him. He can bring this in from the right.
Yeah, just 149. Hammered it off the tee. Once he gets over the ball, he doesn't waste time. This is looking good. Looking very good. Oh, it just needed to travel another half a metre.
Well, the look on his face said it all, Pat. He just thought he'd had rifled it at the pin and it's come up a club short.
16.
Huge tee shot for Craig Parry. Can't afford to put it in the rough here because of the length of the hole and also where the pin is.
He's flushed this down the left side with a hard cut on a really strong looking drive. Good ball flight. This is perfect.
He is pumped up, isn't he? He's hitting that driver further than I've seen him hit it in years. A bit of adrenaline, I'd suggest, Sandy.
Yep, for sure. There he is at 11. Juan Jun Lee and Ahern at 10. Snedeker, Appleby at 9, and I think you can just about forget the rest. It's trivia time. When asked his opinion about Tiger Woods in 1994, which British golfer said, "I don't know, I've never played." Any idea just who that person or player was? When asked his opinion about Tiger Woods in 1994, which British golfer has been known to win a major said, "I don't know, I've never played there"? Gentlemen?
I've got no idea. I'll say Feldo.
No, it was Sandy Lyle.
Sandy Lyle, was it?
It's a classic statement, comment, isn't it?
I think he knows him now.
Yeah. Now, Nick Ahern, third shot to the 17th, coming off a 5 at 16.
Tough shot, Sandy. Across all that sand, and then from once you get it out from the shoulder of the bunker of the hole. Very, very difficult shot to get close from where he was.
It was almost all or nothing. And here's the man he's trying to catch. Craig Parry playing his second to 16.
Question is, can he get it all the way back there? Straight in the heart of the greens he's played.
Toughest hole on the course, pin 23 on. And 5 from the right.
Certainly, the pin's certainly a long way back here. He's got this a little bit of fade up against. It's going to just get over this right trap if it goes.
Oh, that's a good result, just off the right fringe. He'll have the putter in hand with his third shot.
Ahead to 17. Grant Snedeker.
Beautifully played. Was disappointed to be there. Thought he'd stiffed his second shot. Looked awful good, but half a club short.
Stuart Appleby now. Can he pull something out of the hat?
Yeah, this is a little safer line. Just drawing off the flag. Nice looking shot from back here. May not quite get all the way back, though.
Yeah, no, that's good.
That is. We just saw the putt from O'Hearn that just missed for par as we go back to the 14th par 5. James Nitty's third shot.
Drove it in the fairway trap, had to lay up, just spearing this one in low, just a little left of the flag.
Unfortunately, the spin's taken over and drawn it back even further from the pin. Just can't seem to get things going in that last group.
No, Nick O'Hearn could be a defining putt. Starts at left. And that is another shot gone.
Bogey at this stage of a big tournament will eat your lunch.
Here we have Robert Allenby's third shot out of the rough.
The poor second shot hook to here. All he can do is just punch this and run it out. Not a bad effort. He'll run up the green a touch. That'll leave him a chance for 4.
That's a good chance, but he's going to have to rally with 4 birdies, I think, to have any chance.
We'll move to Brant Snedeker. A little wiggle. And then he settles down for his par. And that's it.
Pulls out very well, doesn't he?
And doesn't waste any time. He's almost badly like. Speak of the devil. Here is Aaron. I think we expected him to shoot really low today. He's got this putt for an eagle finish. He'll finish with a birdie. And that will be a round of 70. And he'll finish at 8 under. 2 under for the day.
Yeah, the latter stages of the front 9 really killed him. His chances where he dropped a stroke at the 6th and the 8th.
Every day he got off to a good start and just couldn't keep the momentum going. As we go to our leader, his third shot on this tough par 4 16th.
Looks good.
Well, he's not getting defensive. He's trying to put him away. He's rolled that a good metre past just to test the nerves.
Not only his.
Didn't leave it short anyway. Nitty's with a must-make putt.
And another one short. Well, it's going to be a good learning experience for James Nitties today.
And a big moment for Snedeker. If he could somehow snare an eagle here and set a score at 11 under, puts the pressure back on Craig.
Got to drive it in the fairway, and I suspect he has not done that.
He hasn't, Wayne. That's caught the left-hand rough. Now it's a matter of what sort of lie he's got. He'll be about 220 out there.
Allenby at 7 under and 4 behind. Oh, sorry. Stuart Appleby. Excuse me. I always get the 18 mixed up.
You're not the first one. You won't be the last.
Now, can he come back with 2 cracking shots here at 18 coming off? Bogey at 16 and 17.
Well, he needs to make 4 at least, doesn't he? And that's a great drive. Gives himself a chance to go at the green in 2.
Now, Stuart Appleby's ready. This to get it to 10 under. Not to be really indicative of his day, really.
Still only 2 out of it with 2 holes to go.
Seems
amazing, isn't it?
No, Robert.
He's had a horrible day. 3 over par for the day, made nothing. And that'll be a par on the 14th. For Robert Allenby as we move up ahead to our leader, working hard on this par-saving putt. The rain's coming down. He's probably in the zone and doesn't even know it's raining, I would imagine.
Yeah. What rain? Normally impeccable from this length.
Very short, smooth stroke.
Two to play for the Paz, and he leads by 1.
I can assure you, his heartbeat is going a little faster.
And I would imagine that his nephew Matt, who's caddying for him, he'd be pretty excited too. We're going to take a break, but we'll come back and we'll see a big, big finish here at the Australian. A man on a mission. He is away. And he's just got word that he could be on camera, so he's heading for the lake.
How do you know it's a man, Sandy?
Well, have a look at him. The balls of Snedeker and O'Hearn at 18.
Only you're a duck sexer, you're a turtle sexer as well.
Let's get back to golf.
No choice but to just lay it up down the fairway out of that heavy rough. Only a short iron in from there. Still a chance to get to 10 under and tie Juan Jun Lee.
Big shot for Parry.
Doesn't shape well this hole. Right to left. He hits it left to right. Let's see what he can do.
He's got the saw on this one, guys, moving down the left now, cutting back hard into the right-hand side of the fairway. Looks like he's heading for that trap on the right, though.
Well, the plot thickens.
Just 6 players remaining out on the course. We're with Nick O'Hearn now. What a moment for him, Pat.
He's got 201 metres. He's got 5 iron in his hand, and he's headed for the right-hand side of the green. This looks very good. It's over the water. It's on the green. Oh, we have a putt for Eagle to go back to 11 under.
Is he pumped up or what? 5 iron, 200 metres.
Gee.
Watch this, good looking drive. Just now in the air, starting to move a little right. Might just grab the right-hand rough. Needs to pull up as it lands.
And the lie all important there. As we go to Snedeker. 3rd shot to the 18th.
Just 90 metres, and this looks right at it.
Oh! They're putting on a show for the big crowd on the amphitheatre hill on the left of 18.
These are the delight, this young man.
Certainly is.
James Neddy's back at 15. Last pair just caught back a little.
Getting a fair way behind this group too.
Sure, yeah.
Others already hit off 17. Mind you, they've had a few hits between them. Dare I say it, more hits than the Beatles. Now there's Parry's predicament in the bunker. Water on the left, pin on the left. If this is to go anywhere, he's got to miss it right.
Yeah, he's done just that, Jack. He had no chance getting the green for me. Just laid it up with a wedge right at the green. Good pitch shot in, though, but gee, tough line the trap there.
The plot thickens. Juan Jun Lee in the clubhouse at 10. Ahern here with a putt to go to 11. Eagle putt.
just about win him the tournament.
Now that's going to tie him with Juan Jun Lee, who's sitting back. Just relax, Juan, wherever you may be viewing, if you can.
I'd suggest he would be getting his clubs out right about now and thinking about heading to the range.
Yeah, great shame for Nick Ahern. Like, he just can't find the line, and he played well enough to win today. No doubt about that.
Horrendous lie Stewart had, just no shot at all, just trying to gouge it up the fairway here. He's done just that. Very unfortunate with that lie just off the fairway.
Mind you, it's not over, Jack. I mean, I'm saying Nick's can't quite find the line. He may yet, depending what Craig does.
Well, big putt here from Snedeker. This to join Ahern and Lee at 10 under. After a penalty shot. He's done it. Now we have 3 in the clubhouse.
Will he rue that penalty? But what a week for Brandt Snedeker. A final round 69. That's the way the week started for him. And he's at 10 under.
Longby birdie putt at 15. Par 3 over the ridge there, and then it bends back to the right.
Well, needs to birdie the last 3 to get to 10 under and a chance. He's going to run on one.
This is the money shot, Sandy.
This could be the one that decides not only his fate, but that of Juan, Nick Ahern and Brandt Snedeker.
And who would you rather have a wedge in their hands to get up and down from 50 metres than Craig Parry?
No one.
He's the man.
The good thing is here, he can afford to throw this right back at the hole, 'cause it's back into the breeze now, and rain getting quite heavy. He needs to nip this perfect. Good looking shot.
Well, it was a good looking shot, but he's still got 4 metres for par and to maintain his 1-shot lead.
Are we going into extra time, Sandy? I think maybe.
Nervous times.
I think he'll get for it the last Parry and win.
Yeah. We'll take a break, though. Stay with us because you won't miss it. Light rain falling over the Australian, but it has had no effect on the galleries. They're enjoying this finish. We're with Stuart Appleby playing his 3rd shot to 17. Miraculously, he's still in this.
Needs to make par here. Just didn't grab on him, but he's got a chance at 9 under. If he can make that, he can also birdie that last and join the group at 10 under.
Back to Robert Allenby.
165 really needs to do something here. Last spin of the dice for these two.
Please,
taking it straight at it.
Be good. Sit.
A wonderful shot. 2 metres right behind the flag.
He's begging that ball to do as he tasks now. Now this is the putt. Big putt. If he makes this, and he can go to the last with a 1-stroke lead, with an excellent chance of birdieing the last.
Outside left lip. Will move to his right.
Slow putt too. He's got to hit it. Look at that!
That is a big putt, and I think he knows that is the putt that could win him his first national title.
I think there might have been a word. Good read, Matt.
Yeah. He's earned his money this week, young Matt. Gee.
Well, he's a scratch handicapper. He knows what he's doing.
How good a putt was that?
Perfect pace as we go to Nitties.
And they've just heard the roar down here. Nitty's taking his iron shot left of the pin. Looks to be flying back there.
Yeah, 2 good shots there from both Allenby and Nitties.
Well, if he's to have any chance at all of winning, he's 2 behind. This must go in.
It does.
He's a class player. He won't go away, and believe me, he'll be thinking 3 going down the last.
Nitty's birdie putt, 16.
Get in, get in. Everyone has missed that putt to the left, Jack.
Let's go to 18. And the final hole for our leader, Craig Parry.
Got this going down the left side, fading back in the middle of the fairway. Just careful that right trap. Oh, he's got lucky.
He hasn't been able to birdie this hole once this week. It's been par, par, par for Craig.
Looking at that, I think he's a fairway back and may need to lay it up from there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he'll go for it from there, especially with the one-shot lead.
Well, the way he hits his short irons, he would suggest if he can get it down there with a wedge in his hands, he's going to have a good chance at 4 anyway. This is a big drive for Stuart Appleby. He knows he's 2 behind. Only chance making 3 here is to drive it in the fairway. Left.
And his problem was going right early, and now he's hit it left. That's a bit of a contradiction. He thought, I don't want to hit this to the right.
Back to 16 for a moment. And Robert Allenby. Allenby and Nitty's dragging the chain a bit.
And the putter has really let him down today.
Nick Ahern has finished his round at 10 under. He too, like a couple of others, has got to sit and wait. But here he is with Pat.
You don't wish ill on an old mate, but you said, well, if Paz makes bogey, we're still in the hunt.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, he's, you know, at worst, you know, he'll probably make par and another runner-up in Australian Open.
You were signing your scorecard when you saw that Paz had to get up and down at 17, and you basically knew then. You said to yourself, well, that's just it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's par 5. You know, I'm sure he'll play it pretty conservatively. Just make sure he makes the par and lifts the trophy. Good on him.
I said during commentary, it must have been getting just a little frustrating for you out there this afternoon. You knocked it so close. You played so well on a tough golf course, and nothing, it seemed, would drop for you.
Same old story, isn't it? You know, I think when you hit the ball that well, you have so many opportunities for birdie that if they don't go in, you feel like you're putting bad. And I wasn't. I hit some really good putts today. Maybe I just wasn't reading the greens right. Even the last 3-4 holes, really, I hit good putts. That one on 18, I thought to have any chance, I need to make it. Hit it right where I wanted, and it still didn't go in. So what do you do?
And as you said to me, probably the only bad shot you played today was the one into 17. You got to call it just a little heavy.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to fade a little 6-iron in there and just come out of it a little. It's not my favourite hole, that one, but you know, there's no excuses. That was my only bad shot of the day. The rest, you know, my other bogey was through a missed club. So other than that, I just played beautiful.
All right, as I say in the classics, you're not dead yet. We'll keep an eye on the television.
All right, thanks, Pat. Cheers.
Well played today.
Thanks.
No, he's not dead yet, but Craig Parry is going to perhaps ensure that death is imminent. He is at 11 under, Craig, and really needs only to par the last to win his first Australian Open title and to have his name on the Stonehaven Cup. In the closing stages of the MFS Australian Open, here is our leader at the moment, Craig Parry, playing his second to 18. He's going to lay up, not taking any chances, not being rash.
Just couldn't have a go at that, Sandy, from where he was. Too much risk, and with a one-shot lead, they've got to do it.
Well, this is interesting. He's got a good lie in the rough. He needs eagle.
He's come up with a good lie, and he's got this going left with a rescue utility club, so he'll have to make fantastic up and down from there.
Very difficult shot now over the bunker, sloping away from him. Will need a miracle.
Great galleries following this penultimate group. Craig Parry and Stuart Appleby. It's a $1.75 million event. So every shot now for these final players can be very costly. First prize will ensure quite an outstanding Christmas, $315,000.
There's what he's got, straight across the water. Middle of the green, he wants this.
Beautiful.
Well, the emotions right now will be running wild with Parry. He can close the door with that putt.
Sandy's getting all excited here, Smithy.
I am. I mean, we've watched him for a lot of years win just about every event in Australia, from the PGA, from the MasterCard Masters, a number of state titles. Yeah, New South Wales Opens.
Right here at the Australian, 1987.
And let's just listen to this ovation.
From New South Wales, Craig Parry.
Very popular player.
Well, I think the important thing is that the average Joe Blow out there that plays a bit of golf, Craig Parry represents that they like.
Well, he doesn't have a classic swing, that's for sure, and we talked about the Johnny Miller comments about it when he infamously holed a 6-iron to win at Doral.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be a classic, but gee, it works.
Been working for a long time too, I might add.
Yeah. Craig now 41 years of age, and tending to spend more time at home with his family. When he does play, shoots over to Japan so he can get back quickly and be with the family. But every now and again he might just pop out here in Australia and win a national title and sneak back home.
Well, he wins an Australian Open, as he's possibly about to. He might have to go away internationally a bit more.
Well, that's the path that takes you up to this magnificent clubhouse. So he's coming from the rough over the bunker. He'll open his sandwich right up, throw it up in the air. He needs to watch the water on the other side.
Yeah, it's an interesting position. He'll be trying to hold this because second doesn't mean a lot to him. The water definitely comes into play when you get aggressive with this shot.
Came out soft on him. He thought it might jump out of that rough, and it didn't. So that's the end of his chances.
Back to 17. Robert Allenby and his third shot.
A great bunker player, Robert. Unfortunately, the putter hasn't worked for him today.
No, he's been very ordinary on the greens.
After a great day yesterday, I think he had 26 putts and holed a lot of good-sized, makeable putts, but today just wasn't his day.
And just one birdie, and that was the very first hole.
Says it all.
Well, the problem is it starts chewing into the rest of your game. When you can't make a putt, you're trying to get your iron shots close, and, you know, it really messes with your head. Particularly at this level, you must make your chances when they come along, particularly on a course like the Australian.
Stuart Appleby takes a lot of time lining up a line that he draws on the ball. He spends a lot of time doing that. I think that's been made really popular by Tiger Woods. It's a new thing that's evolved in the last 5 years or so, where the player actually draws a line on their golf ball and lines it up on the line they want to start it on. Stuart works very hard at that. Helps you get the line, but you've still got to get the pace, and that's been, I think, more of the problem for Appleby today.
Dare I say it? Short again.
Another solid performance. Presently finished 5th in the Australian Open, in the MFS Australian Open. Still a great performance, but not what he was after at the start of the week.
Back to 17, and James Nitties. This to move to 9 under.
Got it. Just a moment.
That gives him some life.
Yeah, well, he's free at the last to get him to 11 under.
With his length, there's definite possibility.
Well, I'd have to say the way he's driven it today, the big risk is can he get it on the fairway?
Well, it won't matter if Mr. Parry can hold this.
Yeah, this to win the MFS Australian Open.
He knows it. He knew that was all it took. He'll look at the leaderboard and he'll watch very closely to see how James Nitties plays the last hole. What an ovation.
A round of 69 for Craig Parry. Won his first title in 1987. He's won in Europe. He's won in America. He's won all around Australia. He's won in Japan. But now he's on the verge of winning our country's biggest title.
Well, I don't think we have a more popular golfer in Australia than Craig Parry.
No, I agree with you. And
there's his brother Glenn.
And also, just not only a great ambassador for the game, but he's someone who can relate to the galleries, who can relate to people of all ages. He's got 3 children himself, and I think the Australian terminology is a good bloke.
I don't know what the stats are, Sandy, but he may well be the oldest player in modern era anyway that I can think of to win the Australian Open.
41 years of age, so it's now up to one man, James Nitties, as we take a break. Turned out, Aussie, to be in the end a disappointing day for Robert Allenby, hasn't it? Particularly on the, well, he birdied the first and the well has since dried up.
Well, look, he hit some really good shots today, but gee, the putter, it needs new batteries. It just didn't have anything going the hole today at all. Errant drive here, he's played out. This is his 3rd shot over the lake. Down breeze now, quite strong rain and wind.
Folks, we welcome our final pairing here at the MFS Australian Open Golf Championship of 2007.
So it comes down to the fact that James Nitties needs to hold this chip.
Yeah. To force a playoff.
Yeah.
Playing with James from Victoria, Robert Allenby.
Well, it's been a wonderful week on a great golf course. Just a bit of a shame we've copped a dousing here this afternoon late.
Those in the stands should take great caution, and those with umbrellas, if there is any lightning, to seek shelter immediately. Repeat, if there is any lightning, we would ask you with those with umbrellas in particular to seek shelter.
Well, we can understand from the voiceover that lightning is not far away.
The flashes of camera across the lake making Robert a little bit nervous. The crowd's still waiting in anticipation. I think they sense there's still a chance for young James Nitties to pull something special, and if he doesn't, then they're going to happily crown a new Australian Open champion.
And it would be deserving too, having equalled the course record with a 64 earlier in the week.
Discussing his options here. He's going to mark and go to the nearest drop zone. Good thing is it's up on the hill. The bad thing is he's still in the rough.
Yeah, at least you get a bit of elevation from up there, won't he?
That's right.
On this pitch. Pretty good drop. Get the glove. Try the grip. There's the shot he has from our high camera. Down the slope. Good short game usually. I would expect he'll give this a serious crack. But having to hold the ship to tie as we hear thunder outside the commentary box.
There's Craig and Jenny.
Get back to the golf and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Not surprised. We will, and we can tell you that thunder and lightning is not far away.
Well, the idea with this shot is just to pitch it on the green. It shouldn't get much spin. He's coming out of the rough, downhill.
So he needs this to force a playoff. He misses this. Craig Parry is the Australian Open champion, and he is, because sadly he has not been able to get out of the rough. That is the end of his challenge. So Craig, congratulations. You are the Australian Open champion. Outstanding.
Well, difficult shot following the one he just had, and he's made that look very simple.
Craig, your first national title, mate. What does it mean to you? Because you've won just about everything else in this country.
Well, Sandy, obviously this means a lot to me being Australian. You know, I won my first tournament here back in '87, and I got close in '91. But this is absolutely amazing. I actually got close in '90, I should say. But you know, I worked pretty hard over my whole career, and this is the one I wanted.
Mate, Christmas pretty good, Jen, won't it?
Yep, I agree. We've waited 16 years. I thought it was 16 years since you got beaten in the playoff.
Did you really stay in the panel van here back in '87?
No, it was all media.
Urban myth.
Yes, exactly.
No urban myth about this. Fantastic win, and you had to grind it out. You kept looking at that leaderboard, and it just kept fluctuating all afternoon, didn't it?
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate. I had Matthew on the bag, Matthew Thomas, my nephew. He actually beat me last year in the Australian Open, so when he didn't qualify, I was happy to have him on the bag, and Richard Flood's done a wonderful job with me this week as well, getting my short game and my putting up to standard.
Oh, we're going to celebrate with thunder and lightning around here.
Mate, I'll go out in the middle of the 18th. That doesn't bother me.
Congratulations. It's got to be an emotional afternoon for you, isn't it? I mean, you've done Australia proud right around the world in golf, and you've choked back a little bit now. You're playing in Japan, but you've come here and finally won this National Open.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, no, it's been a tough year this year. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Oh, listen to that thunder and lightning. We'll let the boys go. Nitties is trying to finish off in very heavy rain, and he does. Well done, James. And get out of it now. Because this storm has hit. Talk about timing.
Oh, did we time that well?
It would only happen here in Newcastle, Wayne, wouldn't it? Incredible. We're going to take a break, but our champion is Craig Parry with the final round, 69. And checking that leaderboard as we go down, Juan Jun Lee, a great story with his 66, Nick O'Hearn, 70, and once again he finds himself a place getter. Grant Snedeker, 69. Aaron Badley, did you expect something more from him today, Jack?
Well, I fancied that he is certainly the sort of player that you would have expected to perform a bit better than that today, but his putter was horrible.
We'll take a break and be back shortly. Talk about timing. A heavy storm hitting the Australian Golf Club as James Nitties completes his round. We'll have a look at some highlights of those top players. And we might start with Nick O'Hearn. And we'll open with his second to the second.
Well, he started yesterday eagle birdie. Today it was birdie on the first and birdie on the second.
That's the first of the par threes. Let's now go to the second. And this the fourth, and this time on the tee.
Well, this was another great shot from Nick O'Hearn.
Really tough pin to get at, just over the bunker. And look at that. That is a gem, but he didn't convert. Did not make the putt.
This time we go his third shot to the fifth. Long par 5.
He's a magician with the wedge. He did this numerous times today. Just another one straight at the pin.
Didn't make that one either, Smithy.
And now his third shot to 9.
Brilliant touch.
The third of the par 3s, the stadium hole. It's been rocking and rolling all this week. This for a 2.
And at that stage, he looked like he was going to win the Australian Open, or the MFS Australian Open. But it just unravelled at 16 and 17.
Yes, first of all, before that, we'll see him play his third to the par 5 14th.
Wedge in hand. Guess what happens? Well, between him and Parry, they're absolute geniuses, but this was something special.
Then he struck trouble and finally came home to the 18th. Here is his second shot. After dropping shots on 16 and 17.
Talk about adrenaline, Sandy. 200 metres for Nick Ahern is not a long hitter with a 5-iron. And gets it all the way back to the stick.
Well, it was death or glory, wasn't it? All or nothing.
And as he said after the round, he thought he hit a great putt here. As you can see, it turns eventually, but not until it went past the hole. Very disappointing. I think this might be his third second in the Australian Open.
Bending the putter over the knee to say that's the end of you, unfortunately. Rain still pretty heavy. I believe the presentation is going to be inside, and we can get that underway now, hopefully. So let's cross to Paddy Welsh. Pat?
Well, Sandy, after such a thrilling afternoon, it's appropriate that such a dramatic conclusion has been reached here as thunder and lightning attack us over the course. But we have moved indoors and we have a great presentation party lined up this afternoon to hail our new champion, Craig Parry, who's with us here. Joining us this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the Premier of New South Wales, the Honourable Maurice Yema MP, and we really do thank the New South Wales Government for their fantastic support of this event. The Chairman of our great sponsors, MFS, Mr Andrew Peacock, joins us. The Chairman of Golf Australia, Jerry Ellis. The inductee into the World Golf Hall of Fame, who we saw during our telecast this afternoon, the one and only Cal. Cal, great to have you here. The Chief Executive of Golf Australia, Tony Hallam. The captain of this fantastic lab, the Australian Golf Club, Ken Rennie. Ken, thank you very much. To the Executive Chairman of the Australian Opens, Paul McNamee, and to our Director of the Championships from Golf Australia, Trevor Herden. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we've had such a dramatic afternoon, and we do have a brand new Australian Open champion, and he's one of the greats of Australian golf. I said to him in the interview just 5 minutes ago that he has flown the Australian flag proudly right around the world, and now he is our national champion. Craig Parry, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would invite Mr Andrew Peacock to present the cheque.
Not a bad cheque either, Craig. Congratulations. Here you are. From MFS, we are delighted.
Thank you.
But I think the one that means most to our new champion is the Stonehaven Cup, ladies and gentlemen. And I would invite Mr Cal Nagle, our brand new inductee into the World Golf Hall of Fame, to present the great trophy.
Thanks, Cal.
Craig, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful effort.
Thank you.
You're the first man I saw when I come to the club.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Cal.
Enjoy.
I will. Thank you. Thanks, Cal. Thank you.
There are more spoils, Cal. I would ask you also to present the fabulous Tag Heuer watch to our new champion.
Buy me a cup of tea with all this.
Thanks again, Cal. Thank you.
Now,
Oh,
what's
lovely.
the program from here in?
Retire.
Okay.
Thanks, Cal.
Don't give it away.
No, don't give it away.
You're not serious, of course.
Nah.
But you were very emotional in the Scorers Hut, and I'm not sure whether everyone had the chance to see that. Justifiably so, I think, as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, this has obviously meant a lot to me meant a lot to me for a long time. 84, I was leading amateur, and Tom Watson was a champion, and you know, I've been close a few times and runner-up a couple of times, and top 3 about 8 times, and just could never get there. And you know, I've always loved the Australian golf course. It's been a great golf club for me. Winning New South Wales Open here, and when it was coming back here, I got pretty excited. And I come out a few weeks ago with my manager and played the golf course, and it put me in good stead for today.
I know you'd love to thank the course superintendent and everyone involved here, because there's been so much rain leading up to this event that to have it presented in the state that it was presented this week is a real credit.
Oh, very much so. The golf club have done a wonderful job. You know, not only the golf course, everyone has been extremely happy about having the tournament here, and it's been a fantastic venue. MFS, great supporters of Australian golf, and we've got a lot of other supporters of Australian golf as well. And you know, the next young guys coming through, hopefully they can go on and, you know, get majors, and you know, that's what the world is counted on, how many majors you win, and you know, they're doing their part for Australian golf, and I just want to thank everyone that's associated with it.
Tell us very quickly about this round of golf today. It's shaped as a real shootout. That's the way it happened. One shot separating so many great players. Were you looking at the leaderboards, or were you just concentrating?
No, I wasn't really looking at the leaderboards. I was just trying not to make too many silly errors, and you know, I actually hit a really good shot into the 9th hole and come up short, and I thought that was going to be a really good shot and close. But to hold the putt on, I think, number 13, that was the one that got me moving in the right direction, and you know, and make birdie on 14. And you know, the 17th hole was not very good in the bunker, and that's where I lost it last time in 1990, I think it was, in the playoff. So to make par on out of the bunker, that was pretty cool.
I was standing with Nick Ahern when you made par at 17, and he said, well, that's it. He said, Paz won't make any worse than par going up the 18.
Well, I could have got it to the green, and I thought, now don't be an idiot and try and hit it at the green. And because if you remember in 87, I actually laid up and hit it in the water, and I hit pitch and wedge today, and then a good pitch and wedge onto the green. So I did learn a little bit over 20 years of playing.
And for those that didn't hear the interview earlier, you can debunk, of course, the theory in 87 that you slept in the panel van in the car park during the tournament.
Yeah, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. No, I just want to, can I say thank you to a few people. My wife, Jenny, she's stood by me for a long time. We've been going out for a long time and married for many years, and we've got 3 kids, fantastic kids, April, Ryan and Brendan, and I'm fortunate to have Mum and Dad here today. And you know, a lot of friends and family that have supported me over many years, and I just want to say thank you. This one we'll have a drink out of tonight, and it's very special. So thanks to everyone who's been associated with the event, and we'll go back next year.
Paz, thank you very much. As you said, we have such a great array of talent coming through. We should also acknowledge, in esteemed company, ladies and gentlemen, our leading amateur for the 2007 MFS Australian Open is Rowan Blizzard. Rowan, congratulations. Well done. An achievement to be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, our champion is Craig Parry.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Pat, and congratulations to Craig. That's when it became official. And a hug from his wife, Jen, and a clench of the fist. We've seen that a few times this week from Craig Parry. There is the final leaderboard. Craig Parry, our champion at 11 under. Juan Jun Lee, Nick Ahern, and Brant Snedeker, equal second, all at 10 under par as we take a break.
Well, it's not often you see Craig Parry get emotional, but I think it's been, as he said, Jack, a long wait, and it's something that he's really, really wanted.
Well, as we said all week, Sandy, there's not an Australian in this field who dearly doesn't want to win the Australian Open. It's something you dream about when you're growing up as a kid, and with all the success that Craig Parry has had around the world, the one thing that was missing on his CV was the Australian Open Championship, and he's achieved that today at 41 years of age. I'm so pleased for him. He's been a great competitor. All sorts of discussion about his swing and, you know, his body shape and all that, but he just keeps on keeping on, and one of the great competitors in Australian golf.
Actually, he sent us going for the record books, didn't he? At the age of 41, I'm not suggesting he's an old man.
No.
But,
yeah, I can't remember. Maybe Peter Thompson.
Maybe?
But I can't think of anyone, certainly in the modern era, who achieved such success at 40 plus.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic achievement. And while we've got the opportunity, we should have a look at some of the highlights of the Craig Parry round. But let's remember, I mean, we're talking about his final round here, but of course he shot a course equalling record 64 earlier in the week.
I think what we saw today was some magic from Craig Parry. This one, for all intents and purposes, looked like it was in the water off the tee.
Yeah.
Played that great shot to there, of course, nailed the putt, as you inevitably expect from Craig Parry.
And here he is now, this time at 7.
Yeah, tough hole, the 7th, caused problems all week. And what a great shot he's played in there. And
setting up the birdie at 7.
Good holding speed. Most of the players we saw struggling with the pace, and this was a ripper at the 13th. Have a look how wide he's had to take this. Good 2 metres left of the hole, lightning quick down that hill, and he's put it dead centre.
Not a lot of emotion, just a shake of the fist, and he's on his way. This time, here's his 3rd, the approach to 14.
Oh, what a ripper this was. Right what the doctor ordered at a crucial stage. Well, they say you don't win a championship early in the week, but certainly the back 9 on Sunday is where it really counts, and this was some 4 at 17.
That was one of 27 putts that Craig had today. And so he came to the last with young Matt there with him, his nephew. Needing only to par the last. James did his challenge, but it wasn't to be. And Craig Parry is the MFS Australian Open champion. Great performance. Shakes hands with Stuart Appleby. It was a very strange day for Stuart, really, wasn't it? Because he was never in it, and yet he was.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show you if you can hang around long enough, you know, and things go wrong for the other players. I'd like to pay special tribute to Brant Snedeker. I thought calling that penalty shot on him obviously cost him dearly.
Yep.
And look, I'm heavily involved with junior golf, as everyone knows, but one of the great things about golf is the honesty and integrity that are involved in the game. And I think they're wonderful principles, lifestyle principles for young people to learn. Golf is a discipline, and when you see something like that happen, you just wonder how many people would actually call that on themselves under different circumstances, and that was a wonderful attribute, I think, that the game propagates.
And what he did show, Jack, was an absolute maturity, because it didn't phase his game, it didn't upset him or rile him. No. He still went on with the job and was there right to the end.
Right to the end, that's right. And look, I thought he was a fantastic plus for the tournament this week. He's been very congenial with the media, got that happy disposition, and he gets on with the game. I like that too, and he does everything fairly quickly, doesn't stuff around, gets on with it. And look, I think he's Rookie of the Year, obviously, in America this year, so you know, we're going to hear a lot more about him, and I think we should be looking at trying to get young blokes like that back here, because obviously the fat cats aren't going to be here.
We better not stuff around anymore, because the Parry family's decided to overtake the commentary box. So we'll take a break and then come back and hopefully speak with the Australian Open champion. it looks as though the storm is passing over the Australian Golf Club. The Craig Parry storm, I don't think, will subside for some considerable time, because he has decided to join us in our studio, and he's brought along his right-hand person in Jenny, his wife. We'll say our congratulations, Craig and Jenny.
Yep.
Craig, let's just talk about this year, because at 41 years of age, you've decided to make a bit of a different tack as far as golf is concerned. You've given away America, and you're concentrating more on Japan when you want to go. So how much did you play over there this year?
I played in 17 events, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed my time in Japan this year, and it was a lot better to go up and down and 1 hour time change. It was a lot better to, you know, on the body and, you know, just physically doing it.
And Jen, I would suggest a lot better for the family.
Yep, we love having them at home, especially the boys.
Yeah, I was going to say, how old are the boys now?
13 and 10.
Right, so it's a very special time really for them growing up, and they need their dad at home. Are they golfers?
The boys are. April, she's starting to ask some questions about playing golf, but the boys, they love it, so, you know, guess what I'll be doing next week.
I know you've got a boat, and last week I believe you took the Japanese out as guests. They have been a breath of fresh air to our tour as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they're fantastic. They're a great bunch of guys, and I took them out Monday night. And
good sailors?
No, it's a petrol boat, mate. Sorry, it's a smelly one. And we went over to Atoll Bay and picked up a mooring and had some sushi, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, great. They're a very important part of the game today, isn't it, as our tour heads towards Asia and grows?
Oh, very much so. I think you just got to get them down here, and they have such a good time. And the guys that come out, they're going to go back and tell the other players, you know, how good a time it was, how good the golf courses were, and, you know, how they were treated. And you know, we're going to have better players, and, you know, not that we didn't have good players this time, we're going to have more players coming out. And, you know, I think it's going to be great for golf.
And you've got the final piece of the jigsaw. This was the one piece that was missing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of hard work over many years. I got close quite a few times, and you know, lost the playoff, finished second a couple of times, or once, and, you know.
Did you prepare especially this year? I mean, did you set yourself a date and say, righto, from here on in, I'm focusing on the Australian Open?
My manager spoke to me, or Jenny and I, at home, and we were just having a meet, and he said, come on, you've got to get your game ready. And I said, look, I'm playing really well. I was 16 greens in regulation in Japan, and I was 102 in putting, and that was really the key to me playing poorly in Japan this year. So I had to work on my chipping and my putting, and Richard Flood did a great job with me this week, and you know, Matt Thomas, my nephew, he was great having on the bag. He just picked the lines of the putts so clearly, and
got better eyes, mate. Getting a bit of age.
Yeah, I'm a bit old, mate, and mind you, when I was 20, I had good eyes as well. So, but you know, it was good having him on the bag, and he learned a lot this week, and he's a very good player himself.
You had some absolute monsters. I can still see that putt at 14.
14 yesterday,
I'm not going to forget that a long time. And this one at 13.
Yeah, this is a really good putt to make. I actually had this putt a couple of weeks ago when I come out to have a practice, and I left it short, and I knew how quick it was, well, how slow it was, and how much I had to hit it. And you know, practice round. Look what happens.
So you've got the trophy, Jen. Have you got the 315,000 for Christmas?
I'm sure I'll get a bit of it.
Yeah. Next year, plans? Same thing again. Japan, spending plenty of time at home?
Yeah, I was actually looking at the schedule this morning, and you know, I'm going to play the first 6 out of 7 events up there, which is great. You know, with the tour in Japan, you know, I only play my regular schedule, which is, you know, 16, 17 events, and I'm only playing 8 less than the other guys, so right. You're not giving them a big advantage.
We've just had people calling in and say, please, can we see the monster at 14 again? So take us through it. Look, you're miles away. You're in another postcode.
Yeah, it was a pretty good putt to make, wasn't it? It was an unusual flag place, and I've never seen it back that far on the green, and it was going in as if it had eyes on it, and it was just a fantastic putt to make. And you know, I was trying to just not do anything silly, and then I did something silly a couple of holes later. But
don't worry about that. You've got the title, and it's a replay in slow-mo or normal speed.
Well, I don't want to have to do it again anyway.
No, well, you don't have to.
Once is enough.
Not this year anyway. Congratulations to the pair of you, and it's been a long time coming, but it's fully deserved. Well done, Craig and Jenny Parry.
Thank you. Thanks, Sandy.
We'll take a break. Be back with more shortly. Mality returning to the Australian Golf Club after Craig Parry has won his first national title with a final round 69, and we'll go through these scores. Juan Jun Lee, Jack, there's a name. We can pencil in a name for the future.
Yeah, huge future for Juan Jun Lee. He's a big, strong, young guy and hits the ball miles. I think he's made for America. Just needs the experience.
Nick O'Hearn, if you're going to have a bet on him, back him each way in Australia and you'll rarely lose. But you've just got to take the next step.
Ewan Porter too, I thought. Sandy, another young guy, put his hand up this week.
Yep.
And I think he's got plenty of game, and we'll see more of him.
Paul Sheehan made a lightning start, but then hit a submerged log and really couldn't go on with it.
Yeah, he played well for most of the day, but they don't pay you on most of the day.
No, they don't. Summer comes to an end, and you look back quickly. The highlights for you, of course, we had Aaron Badley winning the MasterCard Masters, Peter Lonard successful at the PJ, and this week.
Yeah, look, arguably three of our great players in Australian golf. They have been the mainstay, I guess, in modern times, along with Allenby. But three of our greatest players winning all our big tournaments, so that was nice.
And just one other thing with Craig Parry, it's probably fitting that he did go on and win it. I mean, it has been his week. After all, he produced that course record equalling 64.
74-64 to get himself right back in the tournament. And, yeah, that was just about the feature of the week. Well, it was the best round of the week by a long way. Yeah. So, you know, a phenomenal effort to shoot that 64 in pretty difficult conditions.
And the good thing is there are a number of young players. It's not just Juan Jun Lee or Ewan Porter coming through. There are a number of young players that are coming through the ranks and we can look forward to seeing in future years.
Yeah, look, we've got a lot of good players here, and I think that, you know, you've got kids like Rick Kulach, who's not here this week. He's at a qualifying school in Asia. You know, Andrew Buckle, all those guys have got the experience now playing in America. They're only going to get better, and look, I think we're in a halcyon period for Australian golf right now.
And Jack, I don't know what the future holds, but we've been working together for a long time. Can I just say, at times you can be a cantankerous old bugger, but you have been a pleasure to work with, and it's been an absolute joy.
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, look, I've got to say that I've had a wonderful time with the Seven Network over a long period of time. Who knows, I may not be doing another golf tournament, but it's certainly been a great pleasure to work with you. You're an ultimate professional, and to all the fans out there who've written letters and enjoyed the golf, I wish you all a great Christmas.
Thank you very much, and to you and your family, Jackie. And we hope that you at home have enjoyed not only the past 4 days, but the summer that we've had of golf on 7 with, of course, the MasterCard Masters, and the past 4 days here at the Australian. It has been a wonderful 4 days, and our thanks also go out to MFS for their continued support of golf in this country. Golf can't survive without decent support and marvellous sponsors, and MFS are certainly that. So on behalf of our entire 7 team, we hope you all have a very happy and safe Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you all in the new year, 2008.